once again. Watch my father, yeah, he taught me how to win. Cop new Prada, money taught me how to spin. Waves like water, music taught me how to swim. I'ma fill my bottle way up to the rim.
Back then, yeah, I never taught it all. Ashes, yeah, let them bridges fall. I've been way better than before. Posted with my cash till it's all.
Yeah. Yeah. I need a smoke, where the matches. I'm a king, fuck your status. Getting dough, I pay no taxes. I'm a star in all fashions of the word, bro. I'ma flip the bird, bro. Coming through in foreigns and all you hear is skirt, huh? All polo and some white shoes. Funny thing now is I'm a nice dude, but when you cross that line, it ain't the right move. But my tender bitch is what I like knows. Oh yeah, can you feel that? I'm giving y'all that real rap. I'ma get the money, make the deal fat. Making hits with a steel bat. The Audi Quattro or that Monte Carlo. Which whip will I whip tomorrow? Got 6 chicks down to sip the bottle. Go coast to coast so I can ship the cargo. I don't really know if these people keep it real. I'm just telling all you fuckers how the homie really feel. And I'm looking up to God. Can you tell me what's the deal? I'm just waiting for your answer at the altar where I kneel. I need a smoke, where the matches. I'm a king, fuck your status. Getting dough, I pay no taxes. I'm a star in all fashions of the word, bro. I'ma flip the bird, bro. Coming through in foreigns and all you hear is skirt, huh? Let me get the money, I see you bitches acting funny, ha. Can't take nothing from me, nah. Rapping blunts like mummies, yeah. We freed the homie when he caught a bid. I roll around, you can't stop the kid. Truth be told, I'm hot as shit. Just say what up when you spot a kid. Real talk, I'm trying to speak the truth. I stay loyal, bro, it's in my roots. Since 15, I've been in the booth. That's 16, I was on the move. Used to ride in that old Chevy. Now we out here show ready. I can see the bull, you're so petty. You can have your shine, my glow heavy. I need a smoke, where the matches. I'm a king, fuck your status. Getting dough, I pay no taxes. I'm a star in all fashions of the word, bro. I'ma flip the bird, bro. Coming through in foreigns and all you hear is skirt, huh? Sunny side.
It was beautiful, yeah, together. Even though we planned forever. Days of dreams, nights of talks. It was only us together. The world was ours, nothing out of reach. Imagine where we could be. Our dreams is one, hope brighter than the sun. What could ever stop us? Then it all turned, I don't know why. Still to this day, I'm wondering why. Will we ever know? Will we ever get to understand what we both went through? Anyway, I'm thankful for the times I had with you. I just want to thank you for loving you. Your love made me love myself more. And I could never thank you, never thank you enough. I was down when you met me, but your smile wouldn't let me take down on myself, look down on myself. You told me I could, that I should, I would spread my wings and head for the sky. Then it all turned, I don't know why. Still to this day, I'm wondering why. wanna know, will we ever get to understand what we both went through? Anyway, I'm thankful for the times I had with you. I just want to thank you for loving you. Your love made me love myself more. And I could never thank you. Never thank you enough.
Look what? Oh, look what?
Wait, are you fucking kidding me, dude? Oh my god, you are such a pathetic piece of shit. Shame on you. Shame on you, you fucking liar. You fucking filth. You fucking absolute dog shit. You fucking piece of shit. You fucking garbage motherfucker. What a fucking liar. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley little... Holy shit. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. Holy fucking shit, dude. Fuck you. You fucking piece of shit. You fucking garbage motherfucker. I cannot believe it. You fucking piece of garbage. You know these motherfuckers are such liars, dude. I fucking... Oh, I despise these people so much. God, why are you such a fucking horrible monster, dude? Shame on you, and shame on your fucking parents for literally bringing to this world such pathetic, filthy spawn. You disgusting, vile piece of garbage. What a fucking liar. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley little... Holy shit. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. Holy fucking shit, dude. Fuck you. Oh my god. Oh, this is disgusting. So fucking disgusting. What a pathetic worm, dude. Shit, dude. I just, fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Disgusting. You disgust me, dude. Hashtag my dick, dude. Lying for clout ass motherfucker, dude. What a fucking liar. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley little... Holy shit. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. Holy fucking shit, dude. Fuck you. What a fucking liar. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley little... Holy shit. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. Holy fucking shit, dude. Fuck you. I took people's drop boxes. I was like, are you a conservative, ma'am? And like an old lady would be like, yeah, I'm a conservative. And I would fucking deck her, take her ballot and just rip it apart right in front of her face. I was like, you, you're not allowed to vote this way in California. That's right, bitch. I got a funny one for you. Okay, here, look at this.
With what we were seeing in the polling data going into this election about what people cared about and the order in which they ranked it. So We have had a lot of questions throughout this time about new voters, people that hadn't been in there before that were perhaps not getting captured by the polling. So maybe this is a sign that we're going to see a little bit more of that tonight than we expected. We obviously don't know yet. And you know what's missing from this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 top 5 issues? Democracy.
What a fucking liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. Holy shit, dude. Holy fucking shit, dude. Literally lying. Still lying to his audience. What the fuck? Okay, that's my PTOS. What the fuck?
Wait,
Okay.
is it?
Alright, I don't know, but that was.
You asked for this, sir.
I said, what's your favorite anime voice?
They say, rah, rah, rah. You say, blah, blah, blah. Talk is cheap, homie. Talk is cheap, homie. Blah, 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 blah. Can't be no one else but yourself. You the best at being yourself. Remember that and never doubt it. Stand up, hello world, shout it. Leave your mark, build your legacy. Make them words count, live your fantasy. It's your life, time to live it right. Show the world what you're all about. Let them haters hate, let them doubters doubt. They don't really know what you all about. Let them talkers talk while you walk the walk. They don't really know what you all about. You only need yourself and the one and only. Even when you stand alone, you're never lonely. Take the path, less travel. One day you reach your true level. Allow yourself to take your place on your space. It's your birthright. Let your work outshine the talk. Let them smile, light up the dark. Let them haters hate. Let them doubters doubt. They don't really know what you all about. Let them talkers talk rah, rah, rah. You say blah, blah, blah. Talk is cheap, homie. Talk is cheap, homie. Blah, 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 blah. Let them haters hate. Let them doubters doubt. They don't really know what you all about. Let them talkers talk. Why you walk the walk? They don't really know what you all about.
Do not come. Do not come.
Okay, this is the most disappointing video I've ever seen. She literally attacked the two things that I like. I'm a coomer. 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 I'm a coomer.
Hi, hello, what's up? How's it going, internet? I hope everyone is doing well out there in the interwebs. I don't know, is my chat working? Like Chatterino is not working. No, it's fine. Okay. I'm like god awful tired. Deathly tired. Oh my goodness. Almost there. One more day. One more day. Finished watching Cutie's Murder Mystery in Wonderland. It was so cute. It was so cute. I'm excited for the YouTube video to come out so we can watch it. Their costumes were all so good. So good. It looked fun. I'm just very tired. I like got up early, tried to be productive and edit and stuff, and I like couldn't stay awake after like noon. Then I slept like all afternoon. I just cuddled up with my kitty and fucking passed the fuck out. So that didn't work. Hopefully, like, after tomorrow, I'm gonna take a few days off. Maybe I can get on like a normal schedule. Get back to streaming at like 4 or 5. A few things. I know I don't have like a ton of energy to get through a lot. Oh, I need to do my B12 shot. Gotta get that B12 in you. It's important. What else? What else? Fucking everyone is still talking about the Colleen thing. There is a funny parody I wanted to show you that Evelina Sabrina did. And yeah. Very tired. Oh, I made a fucking XQC parody clip up on my YouTube. I took this classic sound like on my
These are naming
soundboard.
people that are like sex offenders and out there racist and fucking like fucking people that promote harm and shit. Yo, that's not canceled. That's the law. That's the fucking law. When you do a crime, you go to jail.
Yeah, I put some ukulele music and some sand for the juice. Maybe she'll understand it if it has ukulele music. God, I'm like in a coma. I'm so tired, I'm like fucking dizzy, you know? Has that ever happened to you? Just me? Just me? Okay. Let's watch this.
Okay, it's been a few months. Let's talk about the service I was forced to pay for. That's it. That's my intro. Hi, I'm Amanda. You're watching Swell Entertainment, and today we are talking about Twitter Blue, the service from Twitter, a website that I previously used for free that I had to pay for because I was hacked. I was hacked because Twitter got rid of two-factor authentication and moved it to a Twitter Blue feature. So in order to log into Twitter, I also had to confirm using a...
That's so fucked up. What the hell? They didn't fix that? You just had to pay?
Code via text message. They got rid of that if you weren't Twitter Blue. And everyone said use an authenticator app. The problem is that I kept getting error messages from Twitter whenever I did that. I tried 3 separate authenticator apps, one of which was like the actual iPhone authenticator thing. And I would always get the error message from Twitter, not from these apps. These apps were doing fine. The Twitter integration side of things was saying, go back for yourself. It's too early to swear. Fluff? What did I say? Do you like listening to my videos as a podcast? Well, now you actually can because we are officially on Spotify. They will actually be available on Spotify the day after they are posted here on YouTube. The link will be in the description box. Once I was hacked, I immediately paid for Twitter Blue. So let's talk about Twitter Blue because I've had it long enough and I think I can thoroughly
Clearly not salty or bitter about that at all.
give a thorough review on how I feel about it. Also, I'm wearing blue for Twitter Blue, obviously. So April 8th is when I finally regained access to my Twitter account after being locked out for almost exactly 10 days. And I paid just for the yearly subscription for Twitter Blue, which was $84 for the year from April 9th to April 9th, 2024. Paying for it is one thing as well because I do use Twitter in my business, so I can use that as a write-off as well. And now I'm doing a review on it, so
Double write-off.
we're covered. I wasn't happy about it, but I really wanted the two-factor authentication. It's the easiest way to avoid hacking and all of that. So that's the main reason I got it. We're now into June, so I've had this for a few months now, and I want to talk about Twitter Blue. So I was not immediately verified. It took about 3 to 4 days for me to get my first initial blue check next to my name. Now, this was when all of the people's blue checks were disappearing, and so I was like, this is cringy, but I was also going to Creator Clash. I changed my name from Amanda to Amanda at Creator Clash. It was verified after 2 days of me being at Creator Clash. Creator Clash is 1 day, but like I was there for a few days. And then I went to Orlando and went to Walt Disney World. So while your name is being verified, while your identity is being verified, you cannot change your name again. So it was verified and I got the blue check. And then it was changed again to while I was going to Walt Disney World, not because I wanted to get rid of the blue check again, but because I always like doing that on Twitter. It's a fun little thing. Then in that way, no one's like, hey, so I'll go to this thing because they know I'm already at something else. It's just a fun little thing that I like to do and I get to do. So I changed it to at Walt Disney World and it took about 9 days for
I feel like that's like not great OPSEC. Wasn't there was literally a Black Mirror about that, right? Maybe I'm thinking of a different show. There was some fucking scene where there was an influencer who kept getting like stalked because she was like posting where she was like in real time. And even after everyone told her to stop doing that, she like kept doing it. And I don't remember how it ended. I think it was not good. I think that's not good. Yeah, I think you're supposed to do all the posts after you leave. That's like the safest thing to do. I don't know. Maybe I'm just paranoid.
For it to go back to being checkmarked. So I had been home from Orlando for 5 days before the verification came through. And I changed it back to Amanda, and I was verified within a day or two, I think. It was very, very short amount of time to be verified again. In this time as well, I was interviewed briefly by TechCrunch over DMs. They were asking me about it because there was quite a few people who were talking about Twitter Blue and all that, because this is when the block the blue for blocking Twitter Blue users was going around. And if you saw a Twitter Blue user, people were just blocking them on site because, again, once they got rid of all...
Yeah, I think a lot of people are still doing that. I'm afraid I'll get blocked. I just want to, I just want people to know that I exist, okay? I'm sorry.
All of the verification for the legacy verifieds, that takes away the value of the blue check, because now you know for a fact people are paying for it. It's stupid. It was so pointless. I don't know why Elon thought that would work. And then he started gifting it to people, and originally didn't tell people that he was gifting it to people. So he was basically making people look like they had paid for Twitter Blue when they had not. And some people were like, we're gonna sue you. So he had to announce that he was gifting a verified. Yeah, so now when you tap the blue check on my account, it just says this account is verified. And that's across the board. Not Twitter Blue, not anything else, just that I'm verified. A couple of other content creators have started playing for Twitter Blue as well, whether before me or after me and all of that, because they wanted the verification. Some of the things that they talk about that of like, what's the bonus of having it is obviously verified. When you like a tweet and things like that, if the account is verified, it kind of heightens the notification. Like I actually get a notification if someone with a verified account likes my tweet, whether they are a legacy verified or a Twitter Blue user. Sometimes I go and check, but then if I notice that they have very little followers or they have a fairly recent account, I just don't even think about it. I don't even engage further. And I know, trust me, I fully admit it. I thought Twitter Blue gave me the ick. Still does. I don't like that I have Twitter Blue. I wish that he would roll out the ability to turn off the blue check, because that was something that he floated out briefly. He is Elon Muskrat. They knew that it was going to basically be putting a target on people's back once they got rid of all the legacy verified. But then he rolled back out the legacy verified, or gifted legacy verified for accounts over a million. It just doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, I think Hassan got gifted his, and people are giving him shit still. Hi, Drone Specialist. How see you too.
But I kind of want to still turn it off because I'm just not verified. It's not a big deal. I don't really get, no one's being like, oh, you pay for Twitter Blue. I'm not getting that or anything like that. I want to make that abundantly clear. And I haven't noticed a shockingly number of like people blocking me or anything like that. You know, I'm just annoying on Twitter. I'm going to get blocked for a variety of reasons, not just having Twitter Blue. One thing that I was able to...
Real? Yeah, you never really know. You never really know why they're blocking you.
Update that I thought was kind of fun. I was able to personalize the Twitter icon. Instead of blue, it's purple. I made it purple. Premium Snapchat, you also can do that as well. So premium Snapchat, also purple. I just like purple. In the app itself, like the highlighted, instead of highlighting things blue, I was able to highlight it purple. So all my little like show this thread, things like that, that's in purple. Just little physical things that I was able to update. Blue looks good on you. Enjoy your verified account and blue checkmark. A better news reading experience. Early access to select new features. Extras. Active. So a better news reading experience. Basically, I can have...
I don't know if it's better. It's mid. It's like the same as like Google News or like any other news aggregating like Apple News. It's basically the same thing.
You can personalize the app more. So top articles for you, and it basically just makes a For You news page, which I guess is kind of nice for someone like me. I haven't really used this functionality whatsoever just because I let my feed kind of tell me what's going on. But I mean, if I just solely wanted to go off of the app for news sources and things like that, this would be good.
The purple just means she clicked the link. Yeah, I was thinking like, isn't that confusing? I don't know.
The For You page on Twitter sucks. I don't know if you guys know this. I see a couple of tweets from people I know, and then just like horrific, just bad, weird. I don't like it. I don't like it. At least TikTok, it's intuitive and it eventually learns what I do and don't like, and then it just randomly shows me random stupid stuff or really hyper religious stuff. I was looking into, I think it was the Mormon Mom Talk, the Mormon swingers group. That was a bunch of moms in Utah and stuff. I think that's
Yeah, my For You page is kind of hit and miss. Like, sometimes it's like similar to my following, and other times it's like random ass memes and then like a ton of police brutality and just like really fucked up shit. Like, I don't know, man.
what made it so I started getting a ton of religious videos, because now I just randomly get videos where it's like, the Lord came to me, and I was like, seek help? Call the police? I don't know. Like, early access to select new features, so longer tweets. I can create tweets, replies, and quotes up to 4,000 characters long. Edit the tweets up to 5 times in 30 minutes. I'm not sure when they changed it, but it's since been
Up to 5 times?
changed from 30 minutes to 60 minutes to make edits. I only ever do.
I didn't realize there was like a number limit. I did edit a couple tweets, and that is handy. That is handy. I can't lie to you. Sometimes you make a little grammar mistake.
Do it once, and it's usually for a typo. That's typically when I use it. It's like I realize later, but I never really realize in the moment. I realize 30 minutes later. So sometimes I don't even realize it in time. Upload longer videos. I don't want to upload videos to Twitter. Side note, every time I have uploaded a video to Twitter, it's done incredibly well, but there's nothing that comes from it. Like, it's very hard to monetize video content on Twitter in a way that justifies the absolute load of people that are going to discover that video. Just not worth it. It's not worth the vitriol. I like Twitter for a variety of reasons. The video responses, I'm not a fan of. 1080p videos, NFT profile pictures. I don't own any NFTs because I think that they're currently stupid. Bookmark folders. I do like having bookmark.
That's so fucking lame. Oh my god. I forgot about that part. Oh, it's so stupid.
Folders. That's something that you have on TikTok, a free functionality on TikTok. But being able to organize tweets as like just read laters / video receipts, things like that. Like, for me, it's very helpful as a content creator who sometimes gets content from Twitter. Undo tweet, that is nice, I will say. Because sometimes you start typing something and you hit send and then you're like, wait, that's fucking stupid. So you hit undo. That is nice. Nothing bad. It's just like, do I need to say this? Am I adding to a conversation or am I being a dickhead? It's like a personal little check moment. So I do like the undo tweet.
They should probably just add that for everyone, honestly. I think that might drastically change a few things. Like the culture of Twitter.
Also, if I see a typo, I can fix it before. I probably use
bookmarks are moved to blue now, I guess. Yeah, I didn't know about that either. I feel like they change a bunch of shit all the time and I just don't keep up.
Use undo tweet more than I use the edit function. The undo tweet is very nice. I do like that, honestly. The only thing I really added was adding my profile in the corner down here for the custom navigation. I tried a couple of other things. I just...
Let's see. I can't see the bookmarks, but I can still bookmark things. So I don't know.
Preferred custom navigation theme. You could do blue, yellow, red, purple, orange, or green. I did purple. And then app icons, there's only so many. I thought they had a rainbow one. Did they not have a rainbow one? It's Pride Month, Elon. Update your shit. All right, negatives of Twitter Blue. So I asked my friend Renazuo. He's been on the podcast before. He is an artist. So Renazuo mentioned that he was losing followers every day for the past week at one point. This is in May. And then he was also getting spam every day for the last week and blocking said accounts. I wonder if these accounts are the same accounts. I noticed also the amount of spam and bot accounts that were interacting with me and reaching out to me quadrupled. Like I would maybe get once or every 2 weeks. I now get 3 or 4 bots or spam accounts in my DMs.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. They're all over. They like swarmed me as soon as I got verified. I was like, why? Leave me alone, please. Please leave me alone. So fucking many. It's like a quarter of my followers now, I swear. Like, I don't... So much for fixing that bot problem, huh, Elon?
every single day on Twitter. I assume it's because of Twitter Blue because there's no other change on my account other than previously mentioning that I've been hacked. That's the only other thing I can think of. And they're all usually the same. They're like, hello, I am 30. I am single too. Do you want to have hot sex with me? Come have hot sex with me. And then it's like a dude's face, but it's like a woman saying that it's a woman or something.
Classic.
You know, they're all in their 30s. You know, the only age ever, your 30s. So before I sat down to film this, I messaged Ren again and I said, hey, I'm about to film my video on Twitter Blue. Is there any extra things you want to add? Now, to keep in mind, Ren is
Okay, I had to go get some coffee. I'll be back in 2
art page and he does NSFW art. So obviously there are certain limitations attached to his account that aren't on mine where I'm just insane. He said, yeah, one thing I noticed recently is that some of the classic things that throttle engagement still apply even with Blue. So I've done posts where I provide a link to Patreon in the replies and some with the link in the original tweet. Original tweet always gets throttled. It doesn't matter how many people I get to retweet it to, it's every time. Spam continues to increase, that much you knew. Replies get noticed much easier than original tweets, especially because replies get promoted to near the top of the tweets. Also, supposedly Elon recently announced that people with Blue can get paid for ads in their replies, though the details were very vague. I'm skeptical. The way that Twitter is making money right now is one, stabbing people in the side and demanding that they, you know, pay for Twitter Blue, but also they're running a ton of ads, not just on the For You and your following page, but also in the replies of tweets. So say you're scrolling through a reply and suddenly you'll get an ad for discover.com or whatever the fuck. Basically, they said at one point that if you're on Twitter Blue, you will be able to make a percentage or get paid for your viral tweets or what have you with those ads in your replies for your tweets. I have no idea if that's coming or not or what the deal is. The only thing I currently have access to for monetization on Twitter Blue is subscriptions. I do Patreon. I do not do memberships. I do not do Twitter subscriptions. It's something that maybe I could do in the future, but at this point I just don't really want to. I need more people to have done it to talk about the breakdown of the monetization and things like that. Can I change the time summary? Because overall my followers have gone up since, but my tweet impressions have gone down. Still quite a few, but nothing, you know, insane. April, new followers 1.4K, new followers in May 205, and then June is still ticking down, obviously. New followers at this point 101. Sorry, I saw a tweet and I was like, did I say something that upset someone? But they were defending me, so it's cool. You never know. There's not a ton here that I really think is worth the cost for the year. As far as a content creator goes, it kind of goes back and forth. If you're someone who does a lot of tweets for information purposes, for video purposes, things like that, obviously the undo feature and the edit feature is very helpful for you, especially for me when I post out like, hey, I'm doing this video, new video out, that type of thing. If there's a typo in that, I want to fix that because that helps with the engagement for the actual video itself on YouTube. One thing that is incredibly fucking annoying, the 30 seconds to send the tweet thing, because it has the undo tweet feature, so it takes a little bit to send the tweet. If you close your app, turn your phone off, like lock it, close your computer or exit out, it just won't send that. It won't finish that time zone. Sometimes I just want to tweet and move my phone away. I don't want to worry about that. I don't want to worry about holding my phone open while that sends. That's just annoying. That just seems like a functionality.
That is dumb. Wait, is that what happened to my tweet? Maybe it didn't get deleted. Maybe I just didn't post it. Wait a minute. No, I think I remember seeing it, like, actually up. I don't... Now I'm questioning my sanity.
Issue that could be fixed, hopefully. I'm gonna continue to have it for the year. Obviously, I paid for the year, and I need the two-factor authentication. That does work, by the way. In order to sign up for Twitter Blue, you have to turn on two-factor authentication. They need your phone number to verify Twitter Blue. For myself, it makes sense. I don't love it. Again, the undo function is nice, but that's just because I sometimes need to rein myself in just a little bit and be like, do I need to say this? The answer is often, sometimes, no. The spam bots, oh my God, Elon, figure it out. The whole point was to figure out the spam bots, I thought. Oh, this is gonna stop with the spam. All I get is spam comments now and DMs. I block them on site, but they're flippin' annoying. Do you have Twitter Blue? Do you like Twitter Blue?
They are annoying. I don't even bother blocking them. It's, like, annoying as fuck. I mean, I might delete if it's, like, trying to sell some shit, but, like, it's annoying as fuck. Authentication. I think that's right, isn't it? Authentic. Wait. Or is weird. No, I think that they're both words. I think they have different meanings. Authentication is an English word that describes a procedure or approach to show something is true or correct, whereas oh, it's not a word. French. Oh, she's just saying it in French. It's I really thought why aren't any of these dictionaries? Hello? I've definitely heard both. Okay, Google. Because it's not a word. Thanks. It's in Wiktionary.org. Actually. It is a French word. Okay. Maybe that's why I'm confused.
Do you
also hi? Yeah, but like Amanda was saying, like you can't really make money off of the posts. Boost going, yeah. Have they rolled out the like ads thing? Is that happening? About visibility. Okay. Sure. Sponsors. At Wheat Thins. Can I have the packs?
like Elon Musk and you hate when I talk shit on him? Let me know. Comment down below. Reminder, I have a podcast, the Swell Shands Podcast. Reminder, I have merch.
Weed companies. Hoggers. I don't think I can take a weed sponsor. I don't think. Unless I get on Kick.
Don't know if there'll be a design for this video. Maybe I'll figure it out. My patrons, thank you so much for supporting me on Patreon. Also explore me on Patreon, link is down below. Like to follow me on social media. They'll be up here, including my Twitter. That's gonna be it. Have a lovely day. Goodbye. Just a short and sweet. I
can do a Twitter post for them. Dope. That would be cool. That would be cool. Yeah, I guess I didn't realize they would do like a Twitter campaign. Interesting.
I tried it so you don't have to. Thank you, Andrew, Allen, Awful, BJ,
Okay.
Cameron.
Why are so many of the youths queer?
Why are so many young people LGBTQ+? Why are so many...
I love Jessica. I trust this is gonna be delightful.
young people LGBTQ+? No, but really though, according to a Gallup poll released in 2022, a record 7.1% of adults in the US identify as LGBTQ+. But when broken down generationally, Gen Z, those born between 1997 and 2003, as in the people who are mainly watching this because, hi, I do know how old you are, or how old you told YouTube you are. Maybe some of you are lying, who's to say? A huge 21% of you identify as LGBTQ+, compared to just 10.4% 5% of millennials, 4.2% of Gen Xers, and 2.6% of baby boomers. Around 8% also declined to answer, so
The fuck is a traditionalist? Huh?
and 2.6% of baby boomers. Around 8% also declined to answer, so make of that what you will. The same holds true for the UK, where the 2021 census found that more than half of LGB plus people are aged between 16 and 34. Side note, don't worry if you're looking at that headline and going, oh, wait, hang on, is that transphobic? It's just a way of saying we're specifically talking about sexual orientation that has also unfortunately been co-opted to, when used in place of LGBT, i.e. the term we tend to use for the whole community in the UK, be trans exclusionary by the very nature of that glaring omission of the T, but that isn't the case in this particular headline. So, question: is that because young people are gay?
Ah, I don't know, dude. Still kind of sus. Still kind of sus. Yeah. I feel like if you're studying sexuality, then you might also be interested in studying gender. I don't see why not. I don't know. It's exclusionary, but like with like under the guise of being scientific. I don't know.
Than previous generations? No. But also, are there by numbers more gay young people? Yes. Is that kind of muddy? Maybe. Keep watching, I'll explain. Are the old people lying? I mean, way to phrase that. Firstly, we can argue that not everyone might even reply truthfully to the questionnaire. I mean, who's more likely to reply truthfully? Someone who was born and grew up in a time when being homosexual was illegal and crossing gender barriers was deeply taboo, even if nowadays it isn't? Or someone who grew up when gay families were legal and saw trans characters on TV? I mean, you can't help but have that sharp drop off in people in older age groups identifying as a minority sexual orientation kind of raise questions about entrenched homophobic attitudes, including internalized homophobia. With increased visibility of different types of LGBTQ plus identities and access to information through the internet, are younger adults just more comfortable identifying as LGBTQ plus to an interviewer in a telephone survey? Are they more likely to just publicly label themselves, or are we more
The fact that they got Gen Zers to answer the phone at all is honestly incredible.
likely to do the soul searching and, see what's inside our mushy selves? Do older gay people even know they're gay? For American Gen Zers, most of who have grown up amid the Supreme Court's recognition of same-sex marriage in the Obergefell versus Hodges decision in 2015. Fun fact, I actually met my wife the same year that same-sex marriage became legal in the UK, so it's nice that was always an option. You can actually click the card here to see our love story. And there have been noticeable shifts in acceptance of LGBTQ plus identities to go along with this.
How about that Supreme Court, huh? Fucking hell, dude. We need to just get rid of it, honestly. Gotta fucking do something about them. I hate it. I hate it. Fucking no affirmative action, unless you're white and a legacy student, like, okay, like, great. But yeah, back to a merit-based system according to, Trump and all the other fucking Republicans. But like it wasn't really merit-based to begin with, so I don't know how you're planning on doing that. Oh,
But for that to happen, previous generations had to pave the way. Is the world gayer now? Yes! It's a rainbow! The world is one big rainbow now.
Be born white, forehead. They have the language for it. We didn't even know the words for plus or what they meant. Oh, you're talking about the video still. Oh, yeah, for sure. There's so many like more identifiers and more like information in general.
Nah, more on that later. Okay, According to Laura Westengard, coordinator of the Gender and Sexuality Studies program at the New York City College of Technology, baby boomers and Gen Xers were at the front lines of the LGBTQ+ liberation movement during the mid to late 20th century and came out of a generation of repression, violence, and institutionalization. Those LGBTQ+ baby boomers lived through the 1969 Stonewall Uprising, an event catalyzed by a police raid and brutality that became a turning point in rights for LGBTQ+ people. It's important to remember just how hard our elders had it. So respect them, particularly because we don't have a lot of them. Previous generations sacrificed, protested, and were active, so we could benefit. That's opened up so many possibilities for us in terms of naming non-heteronormative ways of being. But sometimes there can feel like a bit of a generational divide, and particularly because we're a culture that doesn't tend to raise the next generation in our homes, which is quite different to other marginalised cultures. Tragically, most children of LGBTQ+ parents are just allies. Oh, unless we're talking about our babies, the friends just starting out on their queer journey who come to us for advice. We definitely do have a hand in raising them, and I have loved all of my gaybies equally, but my advice has definitely improved. Since I was a teenager, I deeply apologise to anyone who got a 3-hour-long mixtape from one of my gaybies. That is what playlists are for. Is the world gayer? I mean, it's safer. It's just
3 hours long, holy.
place where you can more easily explore and then express who you are than you could 50 years ago. Our family, our unity, and our fights continue, even though the proportion of LGBTQ+ adults probably will keep growing as more Gen Xers enter adulthood. That's going to seem pretty scary to the conservative parts of the older generations, who will then push back. So, yeah. Is it scary?
Yeah. I'm surprised she hasn't mentioned AIDS. Like that had a non-zero effect on the population of older people who might identify as, gay. For varying reasons. Whether they like died or went back to the closet or what have you.
Yes, it is, but talking helps, so it's an internet thing. The biggest difference between Gen Z and all of the other generations has to be the shock of being the first generation to come of age online, right? I mean, I'm not a particularly old millennial, so the internet was a
Yes, gayness was invented in 2013.
huge part of my teenage years, but it was rubbish. And wow, was it unfiltered. Content moderation, who is she? I have seen and read things that I did not understand, and occasionally I still have, oh my God, moments where I realised that was her. My kids aren't getting technology until they can write me a 10-page essay about the benefits of not clicking on every link. But what I did have was access to a community network that didn't require physical proximity and LGBTQ+ content, even if it was just endless Buffy and Face fan fiction. We do well on the internet,
Classic.
right? The gays do well because we can finally connect. We're very spread out, seeing as we are everywhere. On every road, in every city. Are we actually on every road though? I mean, I guess
In your walls.
if you bring Generation Alpha into this, we probably are. I mean, I'm intrigued to see these stats in 20 years' time. The internet lets us seek out information from the privacy of our own home, our own phones. No sneaking to the awkward back shelf of the library, and then, we can just look at it and hide that tab and not think about it again if that answer isn't right for us. It also brings up new options that we didn't know existed, and we don't need to know exactly what it is you're looking for before you start your search. It's no longer, am I gay? But now, well, I think I'm not straight, but I'm sure my TikTok For You page will eventually show me a video that recontextualizes and encapsulates my entire romantic being in one 10-second clip. Second fun fact of the video, one constant across generations is that the majority of LGBTQ+ people identify as bisexual. In fact, more Gen Z and millennials respondents said they were bisexual than all other demographics of the community combined. So 11.5% of Gen Zers and 5.1% of millennials said they are attracted to people of more than one gender, whereas a respective 5.3% and 4% identified as gay, lesbian, or transgender. One quirk in the Gallup survey, though, is that just identified as gay, lesbian, or
Hell yeah. Bisexuals rise up. Let's fucking go. We're taking over. Let's get those numbers up, boys.
Transgender. One quirk in the Gallup survey, though, is it does not identify how many people who are transgender also identified as being part of the community in another way. I mean, it's pretty likely that some trans survey respondents are also bisexual, gay, or lesbian. Will there be silly arguments that greater access to the internet and all its gayness is making young people
Started noticing people that talk expressively with their hands, and now I can't unsee it. What? What do you mean? You just started noticing? People talk with their hands all the time. Specifically, Jessica's like half deaf, so she uses ASL and is like often like just like communicating like that. So I think she might be doing it more than the average person.
gay.
Or not ASL, but I don't know. British English? SL? Is there I don't even know if she speaks there's like an international one. I do not know. Can't stop moving. It's a psychological trick that all video essays use. Really? Stoke attention and refocusing. Interest. Yeah, I mean, she is like mostly deaf. So
Sure, but silly arguments are made all the time, so you're not taking on a fake LGBTQ plus identity because it's cool online. You're just discovering part of yourself that you didn't know was already inside, thanks to better access to the tools of self-discovery and companionship. In just 20 years, we have gone from homosexuality is problematic, don't talk about it, to here are multiple children's books about how some children have 2 mums or 2 dads. It doesn't mean that life is golden and easy. It doesn't mean no one has to come out anymore, and it certainly doesn't mean that everything is the same for everyone all around the world. Could it be that we're missing people? Homophobia isn't the only answer to where are all the middle-aged queer people. Also kind of is. Because at one point in time there was a pandemic that took more lives than it should have. Because the medical response and even the basic
rewatched. I just wasn't patient enough.
Passionate response was slowed down by homophobia, and it was a crisis for our community. Growing up, there were 2 adults whose non-straightness made me feel better about my own. My aunt and my godfather. Only I didn't actually get to grow up with my godfather. He died when I was still a baby, and instead I grew up knowing that it was especially horrific because he died before my parents' eyes and they couldn't tell anyone about it. It just wasn't spoken about in the early 1990s. Sadly, the AIDS epidemic took many, almost an entire generation of gay men. This photo shows the San Francisco Gay Men's Chorus in 1993, 12 years into the epidemic. The 7 men in white are the only surviving original members. The men in black represent those who had died from AIDS. The virus was first clearly identified in San Francisco in the early 1980s, and according to the Foundation for AIDS Research, the virus had killed more than 234,000 people in the US by the end of 1993. So yes, perhaps it isn't so surprising that the number of boomers and Gen Xers who reply as being LGBTQ+ on the survey is smaller. When HIV and AIDS first emerged, gay male baby boomers, those who were born in 1946 to 1964, were aged 34 to 16. For them, the high number of deaths at the epidemic's peak, 1987 to 1996, shaped their personal, social, psychological, and community lives. During the epidemic, throughout their life course, and into later years, 10% of men aged 25 to 44 who identified as gay had died by 1995, and others would follow. But this was unfolding in a political climate that was intensely hostile to gay men and women, with conservative forces condemning people living with HIV HIV/AIDS as immoral, when President Reagan's administration not only notoriously avoiding public mention of AIDS until 1985, but outright laughing when members of the press brought it up, despite the mounting death toll, with disgusting levels of homophobia, meaning the people in charge just sat on their hands. It was left to the community itself to organise, forming direct action and medical research groups like ACT UP, agitating for better responses from the scientific community, launching their own public information campaigns, and establishing community-based systems of care for people with HIV and AIDS. AIDS killed 324,029 men and women in the USA between those peak years, and the death rate began to only drop off with the introduction of effective antiretroviral medications in 1996. According to the World Health Organization, since the beginning of the epidemic, around 84 million people have been infected with the HIV virus, and about 40 million people have died. Currently, in the region of 38 million people live with HIV, and 1.5 million new infections occurred in 2021. The world doesn't seem that gay to me now, though.
It's so fucked up because, like, we could prevent infections. We can get people to, like, such a low viral level that, like, they can't transmit. It's, like, solely a matter of medicine distribution. Just capitalism and hoarding resources. Like, there's new cases of malaria in I think somewhere in the south of America, and everyone's freaking out, and I'm like, yeah, like, what about like the entire continent of Africa? Like, this has been a real big issue. And we sent mosquito nets and called it a day. So, oh my god.
Fair point, yeah. I mean, it's not like a large number of younger people identifying as LGBTQ+ magically makes the world, or even this generation, free from oppression and the challenges related to gender and sexuality. That would be wildly out there. I mean, I hate to break it to you, but it's largely old and rather conservative people who are running the world, yeah. But at least we get to be the old people who run everything one day. I'm kind of intrigued as to what my children are going to do that surprises me, or seems baffling. I mean, my occupation is literally YouTuber. And yes, that is acceptable to the tax man. I was surprised too. What is Rupert going to dream of doing that makes me say, not sure about that. It's a bit out there. Bookbinder? Oh, no, Lord, you have really ruined bookbinding for me. Okay, world's strongest man. I mean, he currently wants to spend his time doing ballet, baking, or quietly playing with his doll's house. So if he does turn to, like...
basically almost curable, yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
steroids, massive tattooed biceps, and yelling incoherently or throwing rocks around. At least I get to break out this face. I did not see this coming. This is fun. But I also know he's in the particularly cushy position of having parents who do not have life goal expectations for him, and that Gen Alpha have mainly millennials for parents, and they're going to be stepping into Gen Z's world-changing footsteps. So, I wish I was Gen Alpha. Millennials just get hated by newspapers for our avocado toast, which is, it's just mean. Kind of point, meandering though it is that although headlines, when research like this comes out, makes it seem like the world is just rainbows and sparkles for those of us who are queer, young LGBT...
That we dealt with most of this stuff. I mean... yeah. In some places, you know, richer countries, generally have, like, better outcomes. Although, America pays the most and has the worst outcomes of any developed nation, so... never mind that. Read today about cancer being 90% in remission with new treatments? Hell yeah! That's dope. That's dope. Brazil just made a lung cancer vaccine. Which is pretty fucking cool.
LGBTQ+ people today still do face anti-trans bills around the world, as well as legislation targeting even conversations around sexuality and gender identity in schools in the US. Meanwhile, books with LGBTQ+ characters have been disproportionately targeted in a wave of book banning. Experts say that in the US, the overturning of Roe v. Wade could open the door to reconsideration and reversal of other established rights, including marriage equality. Oh, yeah, and this is very much not the whole world. But still, the future's bright. The future's rainbow. Civic engagement is deeply important. Vote in every election you can and get involved before polling day too. Get queer people and open allies who support LGBTQ+ issues into positions of power, and then bother them if they don't live up to their promises. I'm not here for the, oh, I don't vote, they're all the same. Oh, I'm not interested in politics. Well, I mean, that's nice, but you will be when you're losing your rights and freedoms. Even being part of your own local LGBTQ+ community and keeping it alive intergenerationally is important. Learn the stories of your elders and pass them down. Stonewall, the AIDS crisis, the legalization of gay marriage. There will always be battles, and there always have been, but now at least we don't have to be ashamed of who we are. And now we know how powerful we can be when we stand together. To my mind, people fall into two categories. It was hard for me, so it should be hard for you, or it was hard for me, so I want to make it easier for you. Now, we can argue all day about the rights and wrongs of putting your own moral code onto other people, but I can't help but feel the second group is the one who can bring a more positive benefit to society. Hopefully a society where
So simple. It's so simple. Like, people who oppose the student loan forgiveness, like, why do you just want to inflict your trauma onto other people? Like, I just... Oh, it's so selfish. Voting is important, though. It does actually matter. Voting is how, got Trump, which led to Roe v. Wade being overturned, and everything else the fucking Supreme Court is fucking up to. So... It does matter. I don't know. Fucking Marianne Williamson came out with her fucking, oh, why weren't we allowed to talk about hydroxychloroquine? Oh, I just wanted to know if ivermectin was effective. I just wanted to ask, and they just wouldn't let me. She was doing so good. She was doing so good, and she came out with the anti-vax crystal mummy shit. God damn it.
everyone eventually all feels truly welcome. So there we go, that's my take on why the world seems a little bit gayer now. What would you like to add? Let me know in the comments below. Do try and keep it civil, and
I love this dress so much.
Remember to respond with kindness. I do deeply enjoy your very, very good wisecracks to homophobic comments that get left on my videos. I should probably do a video where I just purely read out the best responses to homophobia that get on my channel. If you haven't already subscribed, but you do watch my videos and occasionally leave your own wisecracking responses to homophobia, then please do remember to subscribe. Just click the button down below. And that's it for now, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye bye!
This is wonderful. Booner.
What do Hitler, Queen Elizabeth, and satanic rituals have in common? Lipstick.
I'm sorry, what? Wait, what? What a fucking opener. God damn, Bailey.
And listen to this. Throughout history, wearing makeup has been illegal, associated with Satan, and at one point, wearing it was a great way to give a middle finger to the man. Yeah, baby. So let's tap into the magic of makeup and learn how something we don't even think twice about today started as something so sacred and even frowned upon, it could even get you killed. Plot twist! Hi friends, I hope you're having a wonderful day today. My name is Bailey Sarian and I'd like to welcome you to my podcast, Dark History. This is the chance to tell a story like it is and to share the history of stuff we would never think about. So all you need to do is sit back, relax, and let's talk about that hot, juicy history goss. Hi, my name is Bailey Sarian, and I love makeup. Hello, if you know me, you probably are aware of this. If you don't know me, hi, I'm Bailey, and I love makeup. I love it. I bathe in it. I wear it. I buy it. I kiss it. I am.
It's come full circle. Come full circle. Her dark history and her makeup loves have fused. Honestly, this could be its whole own podcast. That would be pretty pog.
It. Thank you so much. Joan, who are you dressed up as today? Oh, me? Oh my god, bitch. I don't look like that. Oh my god, I look way better than that. My contour is always better, okay? Don't come for me. Now, I love makeup for many reasons, but mainly because it's truly an opportunity for me to like sit down, be alone in my own little world, in my own little head, and just let my creativity run free. I get to be whoever I want to be, and the makeup can help me achieve whatever look I'm going for. Like today, I'm going for slutty, but approachable. Anyways, what I'm getting at is it's a ritual that I will most likely never give up. So like me going from one look to the next, makeup has also gone through so many different identities. Now, there are tons of theories about why we wear makeup in the first.
Dude, it's so much work. It's like, you can get pretty fast at it, but like, she does a full beat, like, pretty much every day, from what I can tell. It's at least 30 minutes, like, at least. I mean, she is Bailey, so maybe she's just better than me in general and does it more, but like 30 minutes in the morning, bro, like, I have time for that. I don't have time for that. You have to touch it up and not touch your face. You have to wash it off at night so you don't break out. It's so much. And it costs a lot of money.
First place, but a few common themes tend to show up from time to time. Throughout history, some version of redder lips, smooth skin, and like pink cheeks consistently pop up over and over again. And most of them boil down to some idea about health and fertility. Scientists think that people prefer red cheeks and lips because somewhere deep in our caveman brains, we think that you'd be a good mate, you know? Hey, you're healthy, you're horny, we should bang. What more could you ask for, you know? Whatever the reason, throughout all of history, we see people looking.
Hey, you're healthy, you're horny, let's bang. Yeah, I guess. I think it's a little more complicated than that. There's like a lot of like status. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure she'll get into it.
To accentuate their lips, cheeks, and eyes in all sorts of ways. So let's go back to ancient Sumeria, where makeup seems to have her origins. According to historians, the story of makeup started way back in 3500 BC with a queen named Puabi, who ruled over Sumeria, an ancient civilization in what is now southern Iraq. See, in ancient Sumeria, red was associated with both fire and blood, which represented vitality and energy. So Queen Puabi had figured out a way to paint her lips using a mixture of white lead and crushed up red rocks. So we know she was a crafty lady. And this little mixture becomes known as lip paint. Yeah.
Rocks. I'm sure that felt very nice. Very exfoliating.
The Sumerian people there are all talking amongst each other like, oh my god, have you seen the queen's lips? Oh my gosh, beautiful, gorgeous, I want that, what is it? Naturally, you know, rumors start going around and the ladies are like, here's what she's using, you guys, I figured it out. It's lip paint. So then they too all started using it. And pretty soon, all the Sumerian people were wearing lip paint. Men, women, girls, boys, you name it. I mean, I get it. Like, if the queen is using lip paint, I'm gonna use lip paint. Like, I want what she has. She's the queen. Lip paint became so important to the queen that she even had a special container for her product that she was eventually buried with because she loved it so much. And like, girl, same. Like, I'm gonna need 2 coffins, okay? Because I've got some faves. I got a lot of faves. And if my attorney is listening, hi, it's me, Bailey. Please make sure I'm buried with my MAC Lady Danger lipstick. Thank you so much, it's on the record. Eventually, you could tell someone's social status just by looking at their makeup. I mean, it really signaled how high up they were in the social pecking order. Kind of like a designer bag, but for your face, you know? I mean, it wasn't limited to just lip painting.
Like a designer bag, but for your face. I guess. Or is a bag the lipstick of an outfit? Really makes you think.
Anymore. Oh, nay. Because, look, we've seen these pictures. I know you're familiar. If you've seen any pictures of pharaohs, especially Cleopatra, you've probably noticed that these ancient Egyptians had a signature look. We love them. They've got
What is this music, Bailey? Come on.
the straight across bangs, the white garments, Sphinx cats, just being cats, you know? Maybe a gold headpiece, and that signature charcoal black winged liner. It's beautiful, it's iconic, and they were showing up. Oh my God, no one asked them to look that bomb, but they did, you know? Good for them. But there was an important reason why so much attention was paid to their eyes. The ancient Egyptians believed that the eyes were the most important organ of the body, which is why eyeliner wasn't just to make your eyes stand out, it was used for also spiritual protection. In ancient Egypt, men and women would paint their eyes with kohl liner to create something called the Eye of Horus. And it was believed if you wore the liner just like Horus, it would protect you from any evil around. Turns out they would take these beautiful alabaster pots, really pretty. They would crush up some coal, and then they would put some like oils in along with it, some animal fat. They would mix it all up until it was in like a paste. Then they would use a feather or a small stick, or even like a good old finger, you know, to just smudge and wing that liner out. And there's reason to believe that they actually had the right idea. Studies show that ancient eyeliner recipes contain ingredients now known to be helpful in preventing sunburns, infections, and actually, it even improved eyesight. Okay, ancient Egypt, just killing the game.
What do you mean? What do you mean improved eyesight? What do you mean putting kohl on your eyes improves your eyesight? I know that it can like reduce glare, which is why the sports, you know, do the line thing. But I don't know about improving your eyesight.
So makeup was arriving, right? But as time goes on, ancient Egypt begins to fall, and the next major empire pops up in Greece. And the Greeks, they have a very complicated love-hate relationship with makeup. Yeah, to say the least. In the early days of the Greek Empire, beauty standards were all about fair skin, dark eyes, and red cheeks. But there was a big pushback against makeup from some people. Not everyone over there was a fan. Many saw it as deceptive and honestly believed that women who wore lip paint, for example, were trying to trick men into sleeping with them.
Jordan Peterson, is that you? Oh my God. Literally Jordan Peterson makeup take. Was that in a tweet? It was. Yeah. This shit.
How do you do it? How do you know? Because I work with a lot of women.
Right. Here's a question. Can men and women work together in the workplace?
Yes, I do it.
How do you know?
Because I work with a lot of women.
Right. Well, it's been happening for what, 40 years? And things are deteriorating very rapidly at the moment in terms of the relationships between men and women.
Is
there sexual harassment in the workplace? Yes. Should it stop? That'd be good. Will it? Well, not at the moment it won't, because we don't know what the rules are.
Do you think men and women can work in the workplace together?
I don't know.
Without sexual harassment?
We'll see.
We'll see. How many years will it take for men and women working in the workplace together?
More than 40.
To get a sense.
We don't know what the rules are. Like, what? Here's a rule. How about no makeup in the workplace?
Why would that be a rule?
Why should you wear makeup in the workplace? Isn't that sexually
He literally
provocative?
just laughs at him
No,
like,
it's
why? Why would that be a rule? Like, sorry, I need to run it back. We just need to laugh at Jordan Peterson more.
Why would that be a rule?
Why should you wear makeup in the workplace? Isn't that sexually provocative?
No.
It's not?
No.
Well, what is it then? What's the purpose of makeup?
Some people would like to just put on makeup.
Why?
Jordan really sees a woman in makeup and thinks, yeah, she's trying to seduce me. Because she wore makeup that day. Like, oh my God.
I don't know why.
Why do you make your lips red? Because they turn red during sexual arousal. That's why. Why do you put rouge on your cheeks? Same reason.
I mean, look.
How about high heels?
What
are they
What
for?
about high heels?
What about them? They're there.
It's so troubling, my guy. It's so troubling. Like, you also blush when you jog, or if it's warm outside and it's a little too warm, or if you're like embarrassed. Like, I don't like the fuck are you talking about? It just like it's such a self-report.
To exaggerate sexual attractiveness. That's what high heels do. Now, I'm not saying that people shouldn't use sexual displays in the workplace. I'm not saying that. But I am saying that that is what they're doing. And that is what they're doing.
Do you feel like a serious woman who does not want sexual harassment in the workplace, do you feel like if she wears makeup in the workplace, that she is somewhat being critical?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do think that.
Oh, you didn't want me to hit on you? Why did you wear makeup then? Oh, why did you wear mascara? You didn't want me to sexually harass you. Haley's face, real. Same, girl.
I know. I mean, hello. Spot on. Sign me up. Thank you so much. But you know, sometimes you hear those dumb people saying like, oh, take a girl swimming on the first date. It's like, shut the fuck up, Brad, okay? I don't want to bone you. I want to bone your brother, Stavros. He can take me swimming anytime. Okay, look, I'm getting off track. Back to the Greeks. Anyways, in ancient Greece, makeup was mostly worn by sex workers. Oh yeah. So the sex workers, they leaned into it, okay? They're like, yeah, we are trying to sleep with the men and make money. You know, that's exactly what they're
damn fucking right. And what about it?
they're going for. So they're like, yeah, great.
Oh my God.
You know? And to them, I mean, they didn't give a rat's ass that society thought makeup was just for seducing men. That's exactly what they were going for. For them, looking made up literally translated to making money. And once it became obvious that sex workers were like wearing makeup, you know, those distinguished ladies were even more determined to avoid it almost completely. They didn't want to be mistaken for a sex worker. I've got class. I'm Greek. That's how they talk. I'm Greek. So with all this in mind, we can see how makeup becomes extremely taboo in ancient Greece. Pretty soon, there's this huge divide between Greek women. The sex worker.
Damn, I didn't know about this at all. This is so interesting. God, I love Bailey.
And then like the prudes. Yeah, and painting your face pretty much became a sign that says, like, I'm open for business.
Oh my God.
The connection between sex workers and makeup is actually so strong throughout so many different cultures that in Latin, the word prostitute and the word makeup became the same word, lenocinium. Makeup was seen as such a threat to society that under Greek law, sex workers who went out without their makeup, you know, to identify themselves, could be punished for, quote, posing as ladies. The Greeks kind of sucked, huh? They're so boring. Boo. So if you were a sex worker back then, you had to wear makeup by law. because not wearing it meant that you're like disguising yourself as a respectable lady. I mean, that kind of sucks because it's
Come on,
fun to
man.
put on makeup, you know, when you're feeling good, whatever. But imagine if like the government started telling you that you actually couldn't leave the house without it. That would kind of get old real quick, I'm sure. Either way, around 700 BC, there's a huge shift in ancient Greek attitudes towards makeup. That's because trade routes were opening up worldwide, which gave the Greeks, specifically, access to different ingredients from across the globe. So like with these different ingredients, they could create better and more like makeup products. So Greece started doing more business with other cultures, the economy was on the rise, and there was a cultural explosion. Lipstick went from being only for sex workers and foreigners to now an elite fashion choice. Lower class Greek women continued to avoid it. I mean, nothing changed for them. But for the 1%ers, you know, the wealthy, makeup, especially lipstick, was suddenly cool again. So then the year 150 BC comes around, and I guess like ancient Greece, they're like donezo, fallen or whatever. And now it's all about the Roman Empire. And this is when makeup takes on a whole new life. As the Roman Empire begins to expand, they take over more and more territory, and they establish their own new trade routes. All this trade makes the Romans wealthy, and suddenly they have some money just kind of laying around, I guess. As usual, the wealthy were looking for ways to distinguish themselves from the poor. According to the book A History of Makeup, quote, ideas of beauty from conquered peoples, especially the Greeks and Egyptians, greatly influenced the Roman paradigm of beauty, end quote. Okay, so there was this one Roman emperor. His name was Nero, okay, and he was known for being crazy. You know? Okay, great. And apparently his wife was just as crazy too. She had over 100 servants working around the clock to keep her makeup looking good 24/7. I guess it was pretty common amongst Romans to have
I'm sorry, 100? 100 people working on your makeup around the clock. Okay, but like, I feel like you could probably do that with like 6 people. I don't. What?
enslaved people applying their makeup, but this woman, it was said that she was never seen without a painted face. But it's not just Roman women who were wearing makeup to look great. Men took it in a more literal direction and wore lipstick to indicate where they ranked politically. I know. I was like, can you imagine if Brutus was wearing a bold red lip while murdering Caesar? Fierce. Okay. I mean, we don't know. Okay, I could be right. Were you there? At this point, everyone was wearing lipstick. But the bad news, because there's always bad news, is that the main ingredient of that lipstick was literal poison. Ah, yes. Wealthy Romans were getting that spicy red for their lips using something called vermilion.
Cadmium? Oh. No.
Which they made from a bright red volcanic mineral called cinnabar. I know it sounds like really beautiful, right? I was like, cinnabar? I love cinnabon, but it's not the same. The problem was that vermilion, she's toxic, super toxic. And I guess they were just smearing this toxin directly
Toxic gossip train
onto their lips. And not just that, they were using it along with another plant-based chemical called fucus, which has mercury in it. Mercury, love that planet. Unfortunately, no one figured out it was poisonous until the 1920s. So, you know, that was a long time for them to be poisoning themselves. And actually, now that I think about it, the Romans they were long gone by that point, right? Great. And little did they know that vermilion could lead to kidney damage and even death. Meanwhile, they're all walking around like, oh my God, why does my lip hurt? What is causing this to just peel off? Hand me my lip paint, Brutus. Like, they had no idea. Their lips are peeling off and shit. They couldn't figure it out. They thought it was just chapped lips. Well, eventually the Roman Empire collapsed. Yeah. I guess this was around the year 476.
Anyway, eventually it collapsed. Oh my god. I don't know why that fucking sent me. Oh my god. Just speed running. Okay. All right.
And when that happened, trade routes became real dangerous because there were no Roman soldiers to protect them. So all businesses took a major hit, and ingredients for makeup stopped flowing into and out of Rome. Simply put, no safe trade routes equals no makeup. But where there's a will, there's a way, baby. And makeup finds her way back into the picture in the Middle Ages. Ooh, fun! Until the Middle Ages, makeup has a pulse. People are dabbling, playing with colors and pigments all over the world. But it was still pretty low-key. But meanwhile, in Europe, Christianity is growing and spreading. And with it, so is the virtue of purity and chasteness. So, as Christianity gains popularity, Europe engages in a series of wars called the Crusades, which reopens trade routes and contact with the Middle East, where makeup was still very much a thing. So merchants would travel up these trade routes and they would, start selling their makeup at fairs and at markets, and they would lean in on the idea that makeup was magical, as a way to push their product. Marketing. They're like, hey, yeah, this magic, it's gonna do shit for you. Good luck. By the 1300s, wealthy Europeans were hiring people known as alchemists to make their own makeup, which, shout out to Julia Tofana. Aqua Tofana. You know what's up. She was an alchemist.
Honestly, makeup really is kind of magical. There's some, truly magical things I see done with makeup. It's in art, and I feel like it's not appreciated as such because it's a female art, knitting or cross stitching. It's an old granny thing. It's not cool. I don't know.
And I guess we can call her a makeup artist as well. Anywho, but the rich would.
The mortuary, truly, yeah, they have special makeup. I watched Ask a Mortician talk about that. She's a really great channel, by the way. Talking about just death in general, the death industry. But yeah, she was saying how they have basically spray paint, or what's it called, airbrushes to get the fucking back to skin color. The thickest fucking foundation. I need that on my bad days.
Would hire these alchemists to create their lip color, and then once they were done, they would apply it while doing incantations. In other words, they were saying magic spells while applying the lipstick. Soon, people believed makeup could make you live longer and ward off death. And yeah, they started taking their glam seriously. I don't want to die. Paint that shit on, Barb. Now, surprise, surprise. The church was not a fan of any of this. Living longer? Magically looking hotter? Sounds like witchcraft to me. And if there's one thing the church hated back then, it was a witch. Or just women having fun. Church leaders said that, quote, a woman who wore makeup was seen as an...
Oh my god, I haven't had time to fact check this, but it makes sense that the black cat being bad luck or whatever fucking superstition it is, it comes from the Black Plague, because women who had cats wouldn't get the plague and die because the cats would eat the rats. So they're just seen as fucking witches because their cat kept them from dying. That's the association between witches and black cats as well.
Incarnation of Satan, end quote. I feel like that was a little drastic, but okay. The church believed that a woman altering her face in any way was a challenge to the Lord and his craftsmanship. So just like the Greeks, they thought women were deceiving people by altering their appearances. And just like that, makeup becomes public enemy number 1. The church, they start telling people that makeup is demonic, and they start putting out propaganda. Like there were pictures of demons putting on lipstick to disguise themselves. I fucking roll, but okay. You know, obviously people are believing it. It's scary. But not everyone had to play by the church's rules, especially if you were the one making the rules. This next person, who was a powerful English royal, was actually rumored to be a witch herself. Ooh, I'm talking about Queen Elizabeth I. Yes, she was crowned in 1559, and her death would be a mystery for hundreds of years to come. Now, Elizabeth had a nickname while she was on the throne. She was known as the Virgin Queen. I know, hot. I guess she got this nickname because she didn't want to share authority with a man. Like, she never had kids and she refused to get married. So, you know, yeah. But she was also called this because her skin was just perfect, like a perfect baby virgin angel. Precious. Her flawless look wasn't just because she was born with perfect skin. Elizabeth was a huge fan of makeup. Now, in the mid-1500s, Queen Elizabeth was the it girl, okay? She was known for so many things, including her glamour and elaborate outfits. People, they really looked up to her. You know?
It's back to ancient Greece. Oh, wow. It's further, I guess. Wife, Hera, once transformed her servant, Galantheus, into a black cat as a punishment, impeding the birth of Hercules. What? Greek mythology is so fucking strange. Galantheus went on to become to Hecate, goddess of witchcraft, and black cats have used various cultural events. Interesting. Interesting. Huh. Yeah, I guess cats have been with us for a long time, so it makes sense that it would go back further.
You know, she set trends. Now, by the time she took power, England had relaxed its strictness about lipstick, and everyday people were using it all of the time. But Elizabeth took it to the next level. Let me tell you, something not good happened to Miss Elizabeth. On October 10th, 1562, Queen Elizabeth, she wasn't feeling too great. At first, you know, she thought she had like a cold, right? I'm sick. But then it turned into like a horrible fever, and people around her were like, something's not right, shit. So a doctor was brought in. He did some observations, ran some tests, and said 3 words to Queen Elizabeth. "'Tis the pox," meaning she had contracted smallpox. Oh shit. The queen got so sick she could barely even talk, and after 7 days just laying in bed, battling the pox, everyone thought that, like, low-key she was gonna die. They were like, look, that bitch is a goner. I didn't say it. You didn't hear it from me. The royals even started talking about who was going to replace her and, like, take over the crown. I was like, you guys, she's not dead yet. Chill. Well, miraculous.
Could have something to do with Egyptian also. That's even older, and they worship cats. Yeah. Honestly, maybe they were onto something. Why they're still dominating the internet. Yeah. They are the god animal. Truly. We have to appease the cats. That's why everything is terrible, because we started making fun of them. You know what? So what if they're silly? So what if they like to slide into a box? Okay? Still my god.
Queen Elizabeth, she survived. Maybe lipstick is magic, I don't know. But what we do know is that all this created a new problem for the queen. The smallpox that she had left Elizabeth with scars and pockmarks all over her face, and this just destroyed her self-esteem. I mean, her perfect, pure skin, the skin that she was famous for, was completely ruined. It was devastating to her. So she started trying to find new ways to, like, cover up her scarred skin. Now, the fashion at the time was all about pale white faces, because to the people it meant you never had to lift a finger or work outside or, you know, have the sun touch your skin. Ew. So she used something
Yeah, side note, that's the same origin of colorism in Asian cultures. It's like you didn't have to be a farmer. Like, um, yeah. A lot of the like emperors and empresses would also do the white face thing.
Called Venetian ceruse as her foundation, which was made with white lead and vinegar. Girl, that must have stunk. Well, she would slather this all over her face and neck, making her skin appear bright, smooth, and white. I mean, you're probably thinking like, oh, she probably looks so flawless. But in reality, that shit was caked. And of course, she wanted to add a little color to the lips, a little red. So she turned to that classic pigment we've been talking about, vermilion, which still had mercury in it. Thank you so much. So she had two dangerous, toxic chemicals on her face, lead and mercury.
Tasty.
To preserve her beauty, Queen Elizabeth was accidentally poisoning herself. Now, when Queen...
Dude, and the lead, it's not like it's just on her skin. It's powder, right? So you're inhaling it as well. And probably like eating some. Like, and so bad.
Elizabeth applied her makeup, she would leave it on her face for like a whole ass week. She wouldn't wash it off. Okay, she's allowing the chemicals to just soak in and get all up in there. And even when she washed it off, her cleanser was made of rose water, honey, eggshells, and mercury. Yeah, I know.
No. Man, they were really just putting whatever on their skin.
It started off pretty good. I was like, ooh, that sounds like a nice cleanser. Rose water, honey, eggshells, oh. And then mercury. Ah, fuck. You can't have it all, I guess. But as Queen Elizabeth got older, her health started getting worse and worse. I mean, lead poisoning leads to intense symptoms like stomach pain, headaches, sudden paralysis, confusion, and even crazy nausea. I mean, all of this was from the toxic poison she was putting on her face, but, you know, she didn't know that yet. And her health, it was getting worse and worse. And on top of that, her skin, it was getting real bad. You see, the lead makeup was making her skin peel and bleed. It was peeling off. It was burning off, slugging off. It was coming off, bitch, and it was bleeding, okay? So it's just raw skin. So
Ew! Ew, it's so gross. Oh, I don't want to picture it. Oh, I hate skin things. Oh, hate it.
So what does she do? I know what you're thinking because I'm thinking it too, and she did just that. She uses more makeup to cover up the peeling and bleeding. So she's just slapping on more and more and more and then sleeping in it.
Onto the open wounds.
And then more. She had layers, okay? And then on top of that, she's got that red lipstick on to cover up all the sores on her lips. And she's caking that on too. And you know, look, she was just in a vicious cycle that she couldn't get out of. She was depressed, her memory was failing, and her hair was falling out. I mean, these were all symptoms of lead and mercury poisoning. Eventually, Queen Elizabeth died on March 24th of 1603. Now, it's said that on the day she passed away, the lipstick she had on was half an inch thick. I sat with this and I really thought about it.
No way. I refuse to believe that that's true. I can't believe it. No. No, I don't think so. Please, no. God, no.
I really did. I was like, okay, show me what does half an inch look like. If you're seeing me on YouTube, like this thick was on her lips. And if you're listening on the podcast, half an inch thick.
Is it? No. Is it even possible? When you have like 4 coats on, like that's too much. You're like, your lips stick together. It gets everywhere. Come on now.
She's just layering it. I mean, I've just got questions. I've got questions. And honestly, I would just want to like scrape it off. It'd be so satisfying. But I think her lip would probably come off with it, so...
Ew!
That's probably why it was so thick. Anyways, her exact cause of death is actually unknown, but many historians point to her deadly makeup regimen as her killer. Maybe. To this day, she is one of the most recognizable monarchs in British history, thanks in part to her, for better or worse, iconic makeup. And when you look at the picture of her, it kind of low-key, it's giving me like Pennywise, but royal, you know? But even after all this, makeup stayed popular and people all over England still believed in its magical powers. But here's the thing, Queen Elizabeth, well, she was a Protestant, and the Protestants were in a struggle for power with the Catholics. So after the Protestant queen dies, the Roman Catholic Church sees like there's an opening to come and maybe see some power. And with that, the Catholic Church said using makeup was a mortal sin. So women would go to confession to tell the priest that they had used lipstick. Like, forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Look, I popped into a Sephora really quick because I had a free birthday gift. I mean, it was free, Father. I'm so sorry, forgive me. You know, you had to like confess for trying to look cute? Okay. Some historians report that around the same time, English lawmakers got caught up in the makeup hysteria,
classic.
and they too ended up passing a law. It said that if a woman used makeup to seduce a man into marrying her, it could be punished as witchcraft.
In a way, dude, we're like basically there. We're like 5 years from Jordan Peterson going on the Senate floor to introduce this bill. Like, oh God. Oh God, make it stop, please.
So let's just say, for shits and giggles, a guy was like getting sick of his wife. He could be like, yeah, Martha was wearing a lipstick when we dated, and she totally seduced me. I remember. And just like that, baby, you're a witch. Bye, Martha. Burned at the stake. So round and round we go on the makeup is good, makeup is bad, merry-go-round. But over in America, the Industrial Revolution in the late 1800s made it possible to mass produce beauty products. Now, this is a huge deal because it meant that makeup is now becoming like big business. And some historians refer to this time as the most important development in the history of cosmetics. Wow, an icon, a legend. She's arrived. So now that it's widely available, the stage is set for makeup to really make her mark on the hearts and minds of America in the early 1900s. In the early 1900s, women, look, they had it pretty rough, okay? Women couldn't do anything. Couldn't smile, you couldn't smoke, you couldn't wear pants, you couldn't use vibrators, you know? And also, they
no fun.
They didn't have the right to vote. Yeah, a laundry list of things we couldn't do. And that whole no voting part created something called the suffrage movement. The suffrage movement between 1910 to 1920 was all about women fighting for the right to vote. So these women were known for some pretty hardcore like protest methods to get their point across. I mean, everything from hunger strikes to chaining themselves to railings to smashing windows. I mean, all in the name of equality for women. So the suffragettes decided, in the name of feminism, to take makeup back and claim it as their own. Yeah! I feel passionate about lipstick. They started wearing red lipstick as a symbol of their resistance. Now, when women wore red lipstick, it was seen as a form of protest. So the next time you put on a red lipstick, remember, you're doing it for the rights of women. Or maybe you're just trying to get laid. Either way, good for you. After that, 50 million women across America started wearing red lipstick. I mean, it wasn't just about women's votes either. I think they just liked it. By the 1920s, red lipstick had become a big part of the flapper fashion. You know flapper fashion, those cute headbands, like they had the frills, the eyebrows. Oh, love the eyebrows. So women, they wanted to shock older people who didn't believe in wearing makeup. Now, to them, it wasn't about beauty. It was about rebellion and reclaiming something that was kind of considered forbidden. And honestly, I love that. It's like kind of punk rock. Hell yeah, girls. So at the time, there were also just a lot of technological advances and there were factories going up. So I guess there was like a lot of pollution happening in the cities, like high volume areas. So the stupidest thing happens. One of the marketing tactics to get women to buy lipstick was to convince them that
Veg. All right, sleep well. Stopping by. Tomorrow on Discord about Boost. Cool. Couple funny stuff. Right on. Well, I'll see you tomorrow for the last day of, and then no more Pride for the rest of the year. I should prepare like a gay day, maybe. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
it would stop germs from entering their body when they breathe through their mouths. The lipstick
Let's go. It's been a long month, but we made it, yeah, for sure.
would prevent germs from the pollution from entering the mouth. Yeah. And I was like, just close your mouth. There you go. Use your nose. You're welcome, America. I'd do it for you. We don't know which
Noted.
tactic worked, but we do know that thanks to the suffragettes, makeup got a huge boost in sales. In fact, for years, cosmetics was the biggest industry in the United States, right after cars, movies, and bootleg liquor. Honestly, those are all the things you need in life. Cars, movies, bootleg liquor, and makeup. I love it. And by this point, makeup's popularity as a mass-produced product was officially here to stay. Even after the stock market crashed in 1929, triggering the Great Depression and leaving millions of people struggling to find work, over 58% of women had at least one tube of lipstick. Now, there are reports that women applied lipstick more regularly than they were brushing their own teeth. I could see that.
Well, that's generally how it goes. You have to reapply lipstick way more than you brush your teeth. Like, what? 2 or 3 times you're gonna brush your teeth? You're gonna apply lipstick like 12 times. If you're wearing it the whole day. Hi, Nikki, what's up?
But the Great Depression was so bad that America stopped production on over 50% of its products simply because people didn't have disposable
Filling just before I go to bed. Right on.
income anymore. But the cosmetic business, woo, she only got bigger. It's been reported that cosmetics was one of the few industries that actually grew during the Great Depression. In fact, right in the middle of all this, makeup icons Revlon and Almay opened up for business. Now it proves something sociologists call the lipstick theory. This theory says that people are willing to sacrifice big expenses for small luxuries. Like, you may not be able to afford a new car, but at least you can feel better about yourself because you got this new lipstick. The lipstick trend continued into World War II in the 1940s, especially after the world found out that Adolf Hitler hated red lipstick, which is like the most random fact, but
I did not know that. Why? I'm sorry, what? Why? Oh, man hated a lot of things, I guess. Try this practical joke on your friends. Tell them to Google fungus evolution. Without any other context. Watch them facepalm when they see it's an Among Us joke. That's cute. I like that. That's wholesome.
he did. I guess Hitler believed that the ideal Aryan woman had a pure, unscrubbed face and shouldn't wear excessive cosmetics, especially red lipstick. So, women all around the world proudly wore red lipstick as an act of defiance against the war and fascism. And honestly, I guess they were wanting to feel patriotic as well. Like they're wearing a red lip and they're like, hey, Hitty. Don't you want me, Hitty? Hey. You know, just pissing him off. He hated it. I think Hitler was probably just jealous because he wanted to wear it. It's usually the case. So yeah, all this makeup use during the war was seen as a great way to boost morale. Oh, and it boosted morale all right. So much so that the American government even asked a famous cosmetic maker, Elizabeth Arden, to create a lip and nail color for the women serving in the military. I'll give you one guess what that color was. No guesses? All right. It was red. Come on, it was red. But side note, Elizabeth Arden is such an iconic makeup line. You guys have no idea. Oh my God, I should do a whole video on her. She deserves it. Anyway, makeup brands encouraged the patriotic use of makeup because it was ultimately just good for business. They even released lipstick colors with strong names like Victory Red. And get this, red lipstick was even mandatory to wear for women who joined the US Army. And when the 1950s rolled around,
Oh my God, of course it was. Of course it was.
makeup for women was basically not optional, especially for young women who had money. Makeup, once again, was a symbol of like your place in the world. You know, you had your shit together. You were the picture-perfect representation of feminine ideals. A lot of pressure. And in the 50s, some surveys reported that almost all American women wore lipstick. And since there was an economic boom at this time, people had, a little bit of extra cash to play with. So women weren't just buying one tube of red lipstick or like an eyeshadow either. They were buying different shades, different colors.
Gotta stick around for your stream sometime soon. All right, I'll see you around. Thanks for stopping by. Sleep well.
They were coordinating with their outfits. Blue eyeshadow, blue shirt. Bitch, come for me. Yeah, it was no more like one size fits all. It was about having a little bit of fun. Lots of mixing and matching and just doing your thing. And for some jobs, like if you were a flight attendant or even a secretary, you would be required to wear makeup. It was just enforcing gender roles within the workplace. Like women wore lipstick and did the typing, and men wore suits and cheated on their wives. In the 1970s, makeup took on a whole new identity, okay?
Traditional family values, by the way.
It still had that same defiant vibe, but in the 70s, American culture was shifting and people were taking a stand for tons of social issues. And makeup was right there, along for the ride. Makeup became a hot button social issue. It was no longer a thing just for the proper lady. And it was no longer just like red lipstick. Now there were different colors available, like purple and black, and people were wearing it, During this time, the rise of rock and roll and punk rock kind of came to the scene, and singers were now wearing makeup to show that they were rebelling against social norms. Now this made people a little uncomfortable. They don't like that. Purple lipstick? Why, God, why? What about the children? And then a bunch of famous men decided, hey, that whole makeup thing, let's get in on it. So America in the 70s, makeup was a very gendered, ladies-only thing at this point. And that when men did it, people fucking flipped their tables, lost their shit, pulled off their wigs, raging with forks. What are those called? Pitchforks, murdering people, just freaking out. Because there were celebrities like David Bowie who came onto the scene and started using makeup. It was like a way to express himself and stand out, really. And many men were doing just this.
Icon.
But America didn't get that. She's so annoying. America. The globe. She's so annoying. Everyone's so judgmental. Remember Prince? Hope you remember Prince. But he had some fierce eyeshadow, okay? I mean, he was a sex symbol, okay? Okay? Yes, okay? I mean, everything became about being bold and different and breaking free from what society expected of you. And at the same time, when the feminist movement was happening, there was actually a push to swing the complete other way by not wearing makeup. Again, makeup, no makeup, makeup, no makeup, aren't we tired? Just let the people live. Jeez.
Seriously.
There were protests about how the beauty industry was actually
It's not about makeup or no makeup, it's about control. That's literally it.
degrading to women. Because of this anti-makeup movement, the cosmetic industry was scrambling and losing money fast. So they poured tons of money into creating products that gave you the quote-unquote natural makeup look, labeling it as the makeup of liberated women. The problem of making this natural look makeup for liberated women is that these companies...
Yeah, you're liberated when you can only wear makeup that looks like you're not wearing makeup. Yeah, sure. That makes sense, yeah.
Didn't mean... Look, they didn't mean all women, okay? They meant only white or light-skinned women. For decades, women of color were left out of the cosmetics industry. I mean, the darkest shade at the time was for olive skin tones, and that wasn't even widely available in most stores. Long before the 70s, in the late 1800s, there was an entrepreneur named Madame C.J. Walker. And she was a trailblazer. I mean, seriously, like ahead of her time, a complete icon. In the years after the Civil War, she created a cosmetic and hair care line specifically for Black women. Her products were so successful that Miss C.J. Walker became the first female millionaire in America. That's some boss-ass shit right there. And after C.J. died in 1919, her company
Girl boss, slay queen.
continued, but the only way women of color could get makeup in darker shades was to order it from a catalog. Which, if you know anything about color matching a foundation, you know, picking a shade out of a catalog, that ain't it. That's not gonna work. I mean, what was their return policy? You know, it's not realistic. But all that changed when one day, a woman named Eunice Johnson decided to do something about it. You see, Eunice went to a charity fashion show, and while she was there, she went backstage to check out, you know, just what was going on behind the scenes. While she's back there, that's where she noticed the models with darker complexion were doing something different than the lighter complexion models. They were taking all the makeup that was available to them and just mixing it in hopes to match their skin tone. And a light bulb went off in Eunice's head. Look, there's an opportunity here to get women of color products that they can actually use, right? Jeez Louise. In 1973, Eunice launched Fashion Fair Cosmetics. Fashion Fair had these face powders that had warmer, golden undertones to it, so it wouldn't leave darker complexions looking powdery, you know? The lipsticks came in these deep undertones that actually complemented darker skin. And the best part was, no one had to DIY their makeup. It already complemented lots of different skin tones, and for once, not just the white skin. Ebony magazine, which is a very popular magazine written by and for mostly Black Americans, started working with Fashion Fair, and this endorsement made Fashion Fair the go-to place to get makeup for Black women and other women of color. The company made it their mission to not just sell makeup, but to really give back to the community as well. Fashion Fair supplied makeup for Ebony magazine fashion shows. The day before each show, makeup artists and models would host live tutorials at local department stores so people would know what to buy and how to use it, which is the most important part. You could sell me products all day, but how do I use this shit, Martha? Now, because of this, it was really a very inviting, educational, and judgment-free zone. So women just flocked to these events. This interactive, immersive strategy really paid off big time. And according to Vogue, by the late 1980s, Fashion Fair products were being carried in over 1,500 department stores across America. And their sales were going through the roof. And not only that, but over 50 years, Fashion Fair was able to donate more than $60 million to African-American charities and college scholarships. Today's a different story.
Let's go.
The makeup industry is worth over $100 billion worldwide, okay? Now, I think that really says something about how much makeup...
I mean, even still, there's not that many makeup lines that carry a diverse range of foundation colors and stuff. So there's a lot more of it now, but it still has the same problems.
Makeup means to us. We've come a long way from vermilion and lead, right? Now we got fragrance and other crap that's killing us. Love that.
Yeah, there's like asbestos in the talc powders, so we're still not doing great.
America. Hey, do you remember 2008? No? Okay. There was a horrible recession. Yeah, it sucked. It was kind of like our own little mini Great Depression. The cosmetic industry, once again, though, in 2008, they thrived. And we have to think, like, why? If times are tough and budgets are getting tighter, why do we always keep going back to makeup? Well, of course, I came with an answer. Don't be silly. It's because we want to trick men into marrying us. Hello, hi. I mean, we are nothing without our male counterpart. Who are we? Just women. We're so dumb. Or maybe it's because we just feel like getting dolled up and like, I don't know. I don't know, you guys. Don't come for me for answers. Even though I told you I had one. You're welcome. So if I'm being serious, okay, I personally think it's actually really simple. For those of us who like to wear makeup, it has a noticeable effect on our moods. Have you noticed? Like when you put on the look, you kind of, you feel good. You carry yourself a little bit differently. I mean, makeup gives some of us a little more confidence in our lives. I mean, it's there for us. Shitty boyfriend? Well, guess who's there for you? Lipstick. Awful kids? Well, guess what? Fuck them. Lipstick. No car? Lipstick. Just ride that to work.
Real.
Plus,
fixes everything.
Now, there's a lot more inclusivity in makeup lines than ever before. I mean, even compared to just 15 years ago. But it's safe to say there's still a lot of work to do. According to consulting firm McKinsey, Black brands make up only 2.5% of revenue in the beauty industry today. But in our lives today, when it comes to applying the makeup itself, thankfully, there are so many more resources to figure out how to use it. I mean, I remember buying like my very first eyeshadow palette from Rite Aid and just really hoping for the best with that little sponge. I'm like, I don't know, that looks good. And then put eyeliner, black eyeliner down here for some reason. Not sure, but I owned it. But now there are hundreds of thousands of tutorials available to you. I mean, seriously, we got like 12-year-olds out here teaching people how to cut creases and do some fluffy soap brows. And I'm like, wow, I'm learning so much from you, kid. Love it. I mean, I guess those 14th century.
Fluffy soap brow. Fluffy soap brow. I don't even know, man. I didn't even figure out what a cut crease is. I'm gonna be real with you.
Century alchemists were indeed correct when they said makeup was magic. I mean, it brings us together. It really does. It makes us feel good. It helps balance the chaos of our daily lives. Does it? I think it does. Blush balances the chaos, I say. Honestly, for me, makeup is kind of like therapy, which actually makes sense because the amount of money I spend on makeup keeps me in therapy. For me, what got me really into makeup was when I realized that it was very similar to painting. You see, in college, I was in a bunch of art classes and I loved oil painting and I would learn about underpainting. And then once I realized that the same techniques were used in makeup, it was like the stars all aligned and everything made sense to me. I was like, oh my God, I love this. Oh, it's so fun. You can change or enhance or cover up or look natural or wear nothing at all. Take care of your skin with skincare treatments. I mean, I don't know what it is, but it's therapeutic. It's fun. And honestly, you guys, it's just makeup. It washes off. So it's like play a little bit. When do you ever get to play? I usually set some time to myself where I literally will just play with makeup with no pressure for some great end result. I'll just start blending and trying the eyeshadow colors that I never use. I don't know, I find it fun and I suggest just take 5 minutes to play a little bit. Why not? Okay, not 5. I think you need about 15, maybe 30. Highly recommend. Playing with makeup, I mean,
I called it. I said 30 minutes earlier. Oh my God, I was exactly right.
I guess it really is magic. You can create whatever it is you envision, just like art. Bitch, I'm writing a book. Okay,
Please,
that was deep. I'm proud to be an American where I live smart and free. I don't know the words. Has learned makeup and the economy goes to shit. We love lipstick, don't we? Okay, I'll stop.
So
Well,
true, queen.
everyone, what did we learn today? Oh, really? That's what you learned? Wow. Well, I learned that even when the economy goes to shit, for some reason, we still have just enough money set aside for a new lipstick. Well, thank you for learning with me today. Remember, don't be afraid to ask questions to get the whole story because you deserve that. I'd love to hear your guys' reactions to today's episode, so make sure to use the hashtag #DarkHistory over on social media so I can follow along. Also, join me over on my YouTube where you can watch these episodes on Thursday after the podcast airs. And while you're there, you can also catch my murder, mystery, and makeup. Ain't that funny? I hope you have a good rest of your day. You make good choices. And I'll be talking to you next week. Goodbye. Dark History is an Audio Boom original. This podcast is executive produced by Bailey Sarian, hi, Junia McNeely.
Claps. Very good, Bailey. We have a funny meme. Need to remove nobody. Karen, you need to remove your sign. If I were blind, I'd be highly offended. Please do not play with the blinds. Terrible. It's terrible. Oh god. Oh, that's cute as fuck. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. It's so cute. Oh my god. I love them. I love them. They're so fucking cute. Tap, 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 tap. That's precious. Okie dokie. I wanted to watch this recipe. Good old Julian. That's being slow.
2 whole episodes have gone by and I have not boiled hot oil and thrown items into it. So today is the day we do that. Welcome back to Aries Kitchen. Today we're making some more potatoes, but just a little bit more violently than we did last week. Last week, you know, that was for you. Okay, you wanted mashed potatoes, you can have them. Now it's time to deep fry. And not only is it time to deep fry, but it's time to deep fry something I've never made before. So we're pairing really hot temperature.
Look at this little fucking, a little bear, a little teddy bear, little egg of a dog.
With inexperience, and hopefully that will equal deliciousness and safety. I am going to be making croquettes, potato croquettes. Do you have to say potato? No, it's just a croquette. Not to be confused with that golf bowling mallet sport that old people play while they scowl at you while you're just trying to take a walk in the park and you're like, I don't even know what that field is for. What is even the point of that game? Where do you hit the ball? Anyway, this isn't that sport, okay? This is a potato ball that is gonna taste delicious and cheesy, hopefully, or it's a toy. Because when
I've never had one. It sounds delicious.
I was looking up different types of potatoes that people loved, supposedly, this to me looks like a toy. It's a ball, and that's it. That's all the qualifications it needs to be a toy. It's a ball. Your food is shaped like a ball. Choose a different shape, and then I won't call it a toy. You make like a potato dough, and then you like put it all together, and then you coat it in some stuff, and you deep fry, and then supposedly, it's gonna just be this beautiful fried masterpiece of gooey, cheesy, crispy things. Let's look up some of the history of croquettes from this website.
There's cheese, there's potatoes. How could go wrong? Honest. I mean, frying stuff is hard, but.
That I did not fact check. A croquette is a small cylinder or ball / toy of filling that has been breaded and fried. Auguste Escoffier, a French culinary artist, created the modern form of these bundles of joy. This is biased. I don't know that it's a bundle of joy. It could be a bundle of annoying. In France in 1898, although Escoffier was the founder of this classical dish, Phileas Gilbert, another widely known chef, was also involved in creating and writing down the original recipe. Drama. The word croquette is rooted in the French word croquer, or croquet, sorry, which means to crunch or to bite. Like the old people will bite you when you step on their croquet court. The crumb comes from an egg. Oh, so we do need an egg, okay. After coming to life in France, croquette, okay, I'm happy for you or sorry that happened. I'm not reading all that. Let's make some
I'm happy for you or I'm sorry that happened. Classic. An evergreen meme. I'll be right back, okay?
croquets. And then if they're good, we'll chuck them at the wall. And if they're bad, I might chuck them at the wall too. Either way, we're frying food and probably throwing some. So if that's of interest to you, welcome. Where the hell does this staircase go? So in order to make this recipe, as with all recipes, we need some ingredients. Our ingredients today, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. First and foremost, potatoes. We will be using russet potatoes, and as well as an onion. You can choose yellow or white onion. I just ordered an Instacart and got some russet potatoes on there, but they just decided to give me the most stacked potato. Holy duck ass, look at that thing. My God, better get cooking. That thing's gonna make me act up. So sorry, we need russet potatoes, we need an onion, we need some oat flour, which I didn't have. So, like a true chef, I blended oats and now I have oat flour. I blended them, I sifted them, and now here we are with a nice, beautiful thing of sifted, probably improved oat flour. We're also gonna need garlic, some vegan mozzarella cheese, some full fat oat milk, some salt, some sugar, and some curry paste, which this recipe asks for red curry paste. All I had was green and it smells great, so we'll just use green. Sorry, they didn't have any at the store. All right, so we need to peel and cube our potatoes. You don't have to peel them. Like people, I guess, make this with unpeeled potatoes. To me, I feel like that's not what I want to do. So I'm gonna go rinse these off and then get cubing. You walk into the bathroom, you see this potato just finished washing itself. What do? All right, let's peel these potatoes. This is definitely the part out of any potato recipe I'm learning, is sitting here and scraping the skin off of potatoes.
I'm sorry, did I miss anything important? Probably not, right? Ingredients.
Last and absolutely not least, we have this potato to peel. So everybody salute. Thank you for your ingredients. Our ingredients today, pretty simple. We will be using russet potatoes and as
stuck potato.
well as an onion. You can choose yellow or white onion. I just ordered an Instacart and got some russet potatoes on there, but they just decided to
Okay, I have to take medicine. I'll be right back.
give me the most stacked potato. Holy duck ass. Look at that thing. My God.
Lush.
God, better get cooking. That thing's gonna make me act up. So sorry, we need russet potatoes, we need an onion, we need some oat flour, which I didn't have. So like a true chef, I blended oats and now I have oat flour. I blended them, I sifted them, and now here we are with a nice, beautiful thing of sifted, probably improved oat flour. We're also gonna need garlic, some vegan mozzarella cheese, some full fat oat milk, some salt, some sugar, and some curry paste, which this recipe asks for red curry paste. All I had was green and it smells great, so we'll just use green. Sorry, they didn't have any at the store. All right, so we need to peel and cube our potatoes. You don't have to peel them. Like people, I guess, make this with unpeeled potatoes. To me, I feel like that's not what I want to do. So I'm gonna go rinse these off and then get cubing. You walk into the bathroom, you see this potato just finished washing itself. What do? All right, let's peel these potatoes. This is definitely the most fun part out of any potato recipe I'm learning, is sitting here and scraping the skin off of potatoes. Last and absolutely not least, we have this potato to peel. So everybody salute. Thank you for your service. You know, like respectfully looking, and now it's time to eat you. Life is like a cutting board of potatoes. You never know what you're gonna get, and sometimes you're really cheeked up. Isaac Newton said that. All right, I'm gonna wash these potatoes and cut. All right, thankfully these have been washed. They took a little dive, but they're recovered. We got to get them cubed so that we can boil them, and they need to be kind of cut evenly so they cook evenly. So I'm just gonna cube them and put them in the pot as I do that. So we're gonna be making like a potato dough to make the croquettes, because you're not gonna just like fry mashed potatoes. This is about as close as you're gonna ever get to frying mashed potatoes. All right, that is the last of our potatoes. Now we're gonna cover this in water and get to boiling them. 12 to 15 minutes, it says, boil until tender. So, all right, so while the potatoes are boiling, we have to dice an onion. Doesn't say how finely we want this diced, but I'm pretty sure we don't want these to be like big pieces, because these are gonna get sauteed, but then they're gonna go inside of the potato balls. So I'm just gonna finely dice this onion, and then we move on. All right, I found our newest recruit. He's the head chef, actually. He's the one who stands behind the camera telling me what to do. And he wanted just to let me know that I did a good job cutting the onions, right? Is that right? Tell him what you just told me. Bad job? You said it was good. Thin ice? You're gonna fire me? I literally just started working here. Bosses, am I right? All right, so we're gonna mince this garlic. I have a really, really specific method for this. I'm gonna take my knife. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna slam it with the knife. So, a little of that. Where did it go? Where did the garlic go? Oh, there it is. So just a little bit of violence to the garlic, and then we'll just get mincing. Mincing. Mince, 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 mince. What if there was a Pokemon and their only ability was mincing garlic? That would make a sick sous chef, dude. Go Garlisaur. And then he just pops out of the Pokeball and just goes, and then he runs away. All right, so garlic, onion, all prepared. Now we need to get our cooktop. I gotta say, it's good to be making cooking videos again. I missed it, for sure. But one thing I didn't miss, reading through literal novels. Every single time I'm trying to get to a recipe, don't care what your aunt did the first time you had her over and you showed her this potato preparation. I don't care about your aunt. She actually sounds kind of mean a little bit, a little judgy. Susan. All right, we gotta turn this on. Ooh. All right, cooktop is going. So we'll hit it with a little oil. That's probably good. Grab our spatula. And saute onions first, it says, and then we add garlic later. I think.
Sorry, I had some technical difficulties. This sounds so fucking good. This makes me hungry. Every time I watch Julian, I get hungry.
Probably not to burn the garlic. So we're just gonna wanna get these translucent. Let them cook. Let them cook. I'm just talking to the onions. This is a great cooktop because it runs on propane, like a little canister. So you can bring it into your bed and get cooking. You could go into the bathroom, get cooking. Anywhere you might be, it's a great, unique, portable way to cook things.
It looks like a nice pan. I've been looking for a new pan.
All right, so my boss is back. He wanted to hang out and check on things. This is a great kitchen towel because it also doubles as a dog bed. Sharks. Our onions are done. They're actually really, really beautiful. Look at that. Something really satisfying though about just cooking onions and garlic with olive oil.
Just a little old baby.
It's a good way to like pretend that you know how to cook. Just do that and people will be like, whoa, that smells good. How's that smell? Want a little piece of cheese, Mr. Cheese? Yeah, let him eat, let him eat. Oh, there we go. Yummy. Once the potatoes are done,
so cute.
I think we strain them. Then it says, add cooked onions and garlic, curry paste, sugar, salt, mix together, and then divide potato into 10 to 12 balls. This is where it becomes a toy. It goes from a food to a toy in this next step. You wanna play fetch with a potato ball? Okay, so I'm gonna take the potatoes off the heat now, and I'm going to put them through the ricer. This is 2 weeks in a row that we're using the ricer. Again, if you don't have one of these.
W ricer. I do need one. I do need one. I had one at one point, but I just don't know what happened to it.
Go to your local friend's house and steal it. Hopefully that works. If you get into a fight, I didn't say anything. Wasn't me. I didn't tell you to do that.
Say it wasn't you. Oh, it looks so fluffy.
Okay, so we have riced the potatoes. They're looking good. Where's our spatula? Where did you put it? It was in the sink. Okay, potatoes are riced.
I've never riced my potatoes for mashed potatoes. I always just use a hand mixer. Fluff it up that way. This just seems like extra work. I don't know.
Add the cooked onions, garlic, curry paste, sugar, salt, and mix until combined. Okay, onions first. Okay, we're just gonna kind of stir this together. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, onions and potato. So I think one of the more strange looking ingredients on this list in the recipe is curry paste. Like croquettes are a food that in looking up to make this video, I found out that there's like a lot of versions of them. There's like Spanish croquetas, there's Italian croquettes, there's Japanese croquettes. There's a lot of different preparations, which I think is super cool. I love foods that have the ability to kind of, be immersed in different cuisines and stuff. But this was a recipe, and it'll be linked as I always do. I thought it was like a kind of like a fast food American version of croquettes. Didn't really think curry paste was gonna be on the list, but it is. So we just gotta trust the process. Even though I have the wrong ingredient, it says red curry paste and I have green, but whatever. I think without the curry paste, maybe it would just be too bland. There's just like nothing going on as far as flavor. It's just literally potatoes and onions and garlic. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I ruined it.
Yeah, I mean, no, it seems like something you could make with any flavors. You could put anything. It could be curry, it could be a variety of different spices. It's versatile. That's what I love about potatoes.
Mashing, combining, stirring, mixing, yada, yada, yada. So these are gonna make up the ball that we're going to bread and fry. All right, it's looking pretty good. It actually smells really good. Again, dark horse ingredient, curry paste. Never would have thought that. Have a smell, smell it. Smells good, right? Yeah. So we have to divide this into 10 to 12 balls, which I feel like, respectfully, they're gonna be kind of big. Do I have, yes I do, an ice cream scooper. This actually seems like a good tool for this.
Perfect.
This feels like the perfect size for a croquette ball. All right, let's finish making these and then we'll look up the next step. Bunny's drinking water. Great job, Bunny. You're doing great.
Good dog. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
All right, so I'm currently trying my best to get the potato balls, open them up and fit some cheese inside while also being able to kind of close them back up. And it's proving to be pretty hard. This is like, I think technically the hardest part of the recipe right now. And I think it's because I'm using shredded cheese. So if you're gonna make this, maybe get some like blocks of cheese and then chop off little pieces that you can just stick inside, because trying to fit shredded cheese inside the potatoes and then kind of ball them is very hard, but it's working.
Yeah. I feel like maybe there's just not enough moisture in the potato. Gotta be like the right, you know, pasty consistency, I imagine. I don't know, I've never made them, but.
And I'm getting it done, it's just taking a while. You're just like stuffing the cheese in there and then shutting the door like it's a secret, all right? This cheese is my secret. Don't tell anyone about it. Don't go to therapy. Don't let it out. Just keep it deep down so no one can see it, and it only will affect you. Sorry, I was talking to the potato. Okay, spoiler warning. I just took a little
You okay, Julian? Wait, go to therapy.
bite of the mashed potato mixture with the curry paste and everything. Oh my God, it is so good. Whose idea was it to put curry paste in mashed potato anything? Give them a raise. Throw a croquette at that person because that is delicious. So I have high hopes for these guys,
Sounds
okay?
good. Sounds good.
They're all prepared. They're sitting here ready. We have our panko, our oat flour, our milk. I'm heating the oil back here and then I'm gonna transfer it here. We gotta get the oil to about 350 degrees Fahrenheit. It's at 260 right now. It's almost go time. Deep fry the croquettes in frying oil, about 1 minute to 2 per side. Take them out on a wire rack, serve immediately. Immediately, oh my God, I'm so excited. All right, we're gonna start it. So the ball goes into oat flour first, then milk, then panko. We're gonna go coat it completely in oat flour. It's just like a base coat, like that. Then you go milk, it was kind of weird, and then panko. And here we go. Good luck, have fun. Okay, it's not fully submerged. I'm just gonna kind of keep it moving. Maybe you should do more oil. A lot of the panko is coming off. I don't know if that's supposed to happen. I don't know if it's because it's gluten-free and everything gluten-free is a disappointment and a tragedy in some way or shape. Maybe it's because I didn't pack the crumbs on.
Sag, that's real as fuck. You get so excited. You're like, oh, I found gluten-free panko, but it doesn't act in any way like panko. It just looks like it. And it's like too crunchy. So, yeah. Yeah. Sag, aware.
Well enough. I do think I need to add more oil so it's completely submerged. Oh, that's looking good. Oh boy. Look at that. So let's whip all these up and then we'll try them.
Oh my God. Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. Looking good.
Okay. That was a hot, oily, messy journey. We're done
Ayo? Ayo?
deep frying our croquettes. And we have an array here of, it's just a spectrum like anything else in life. Successes and failures and everything in between. Also crumbs, uncooked cheese, there's just everything. So whatever you're into, we got it here. At Julian's Croquette Shop, you better crow bet you're gonna have a good time here. Now it's time for what's called?
Crow bet.
Where you pull it apart. Cross section, cheese pull. So this one looks pretty good. It's perfectly circular. It's like golden brown. Some of these look a little overdone. Let's do a cheese pull. Ooh,
yeah.
boy. That was pretty good
Oh,
for
yeah.
vegan cheese. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, this is the best thing I've ever eaten. And it's a ball, so you can play with it. I felt it crack. The thing is, it's like deceptive because it looks like something is inside of this that would hold its shape, but it's really just mashed potatoes. You could look at a croquette and be like, man, that's a ball. You could play with it, but that's really hot. Can't play with it. It's an illusion, just like most things in life. I have a lot of feelings and
That's really hot. Yeah, bro, you just fried it in oil. Yeah.
things going on right now. This tastes delicious. It's like the tastiest of the potato plus crispy fried stuff, which you can never
It looks so good, but it does not look easy to make.
go wrong crisping and frying things, especially when there's cheese involved. It's just such a wonderful combination of everything. I mean, I guess you probably could play with it. Take one of the overdone ones. I could probably do 90 with this thing. All right, welcome to croquette baseball, where we fry them hot and we toss them hotter. Right. That strike, perfect throw, I might say so myself. Anyway, back to the food. You have to really make sure your oil temperature is on point. That's gonna make a big difference. But man, you hear that crunch? That is nice. That is really nice. I wanna try to do another cheese pull here. Ooh, that one was good. That one was good. That one was like Pinterest level almost, minus the life story.
I told someone to cook for me a breakfast. Well, good for you. Must be nice. Must be nice. I fucking could go for some fucking breakfast right now. Or something. Guess who? I don't know.
It's a great delivery service for potatoes. I'm a fan of croquettes. I'm a fan of croquettes. I still stand by this being in the food category that is also a toy, because it is a toy. I just demonstrated that with my highly scientific procedure over here. These are delicious. Like, these are A tier, maybe S tier. These are like A+. I think the reason that they wouldn't be S tier, oh, that's so good though, dude. Oh my God. You have to run out and make these today. They're so good. It's a perfect packaging system for potatoes. And then you have the curry paste, which adds a whole level of complexity to the flavor. And then the cheese and the panko. Yes, this is good. This was worth all the...
Girl or boy? I don't know, dude. Probably a girl. Kind of sexist, but if I guess. She's a girl that she's been working for me, so I'm a little prince. What do you mean working for you? Sounds a little sus.
The hours that I just spent doing it. I don't know, A+. A+ croquettes. A+. I underestimated you. And next time I'm gonna do my best to estimate you. Also, I don't know why I'm talking to a potato, but that's where we are today. I hope you get to try this because it is delicious. I have 2 giveaways today. I have the one I
Sometimes you just gotta talk to your potato.
smashed with my hand, and then I have the wall croquette. Comment down below, and I'll pick 2 lucky winners to package those puppies into an envelope and get them on, send them your way. Thanks for watching another episode of Aries Kitchen as we delve deep into the world of potatoes and potato meals and potato theories and history and science and potato math. I'll see you next week, hopefully for something a little bit more chill. Also, happy Cinco de Mayo. Bye now.
Nothing sus at all. Okay. Okay. Trust me, bro. I love Julian. Okay, I said I wasn't gonna cover this, but I actually want to see Fantano's review of Colleen's song.
All right, hey everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. I hope you're doing well, in a way. I guess we're doing a track review, a song review. Hey, buddy. Performer, writer, comedian, actress, Colleen Ballinger. You guys may know her on the YouTube platform as Miranda.
Comedian.
Sings. Somebody who honestly I haven't really been paying a lot of attention to for a very long time. Even when she was at her peak of popularity, I wasn't paying that much attention to her because like her content just wasn't really for my demographic. She was a fellow millennial making comedy videos on YouTube for age groups much younger than me. Her videos got so
I'm so
hot and
excited.
popular.
I'm so excited for Fantano to fucking rip this song to shreds.
One point, she went on to sell out tons of live shows and do a Netflix series. Since that bubble kind of popped, I imagine that she very much kind of went the way of like Fred, if anybody remembers that core memory from the YouTube vaults. But she is in the news and public eye once again because the internet has been going crazy over this collective realization that some of her past content and performances were pretty problematic and suggestive and sort of an...
It's not past. It's not past. The bit where she puts kids' hands down her pants is an ongoing bit that she was still doing in her recent shows. I don't... Oh, man.
Inappropriate way, even if, as she says, her content is meant to appeal in a PG-13 fashion. And from what I understand, to Colleen's credit, she has apologized for and taken down some of that content. But as people have been digging more and more into her generally, it's become more than that. Like, there's weird chat logs and documented interactions with fans who were not exactly of an adult age.
There is a group chat called Colleenie's Weenies. This first one is someone saying, "My ass looks so good today, y'all." And that person is 12. And then Colleen said pics and then replied to the person.
Yeah, Colleen only recently left this group chat, I think last week. So,
which is crazy. That's weird. And then she also used the group chat as a place to trauma dump about a divorce she was going through to 14-year-olds.
Not a great look, to put it bluntly. Now, the discourse around a lot of this stuff has reached a fever pitch, has grown quite intense. I guess it reached a point where Colleen felt that it was necessary to respond. I think just about everybody would have expected out of this, you know, your standard sad, puppy dog-eyed YouTuber apology video. Colleen decided to take a different route. She decided to deliver her apology or, you know, her explanation in song, which has caused many people to send me the video saying, hey, you got to review it. It's music. You know, I've always said this, but there's nothing more I love.
Is it though? Is it music?
Than being roped into doing something off a technicality. I can already hear it now in the comments, many people typing away saying, Anthony, hey, make sure that as you're reviewing this, separate the art from the artist, okay? I will try my best. Even if I'm not a big fan of Colleen's work and some of the stuff I've seen in the wake of this video has made me raise an eyebrow, who knows? You know, this little track and performance here might be a stroke of genius. If it is, it's imperative that I, as a critic, acknowledge that. All right, we got the whole thing queued up here. Let's give it a watch and try not to be traumatized in the process. Okay, standard YouTuber apology start. It's looking sad. Pulling out the uke. And it's no. Even if you take issue with what is being said about you, like the gravity of the allegations are so serious that it does not warrant pulling out a little ukulele and playing a little tune with it. We shouldn't have let white people in my generation touch the ukulele. We should have left that shit at Tiny Tim. It was never going to get better than that.
A lot of people are saying some things about me that aren't quite true. Doesn't matter if it's true though, just as long as it's entertaining to you.
It's already getting bitter. I can already tell this is not going to a place where there's going to be much acknowledgement of fault. The tone has already been taken that you guys are just doing this because you're bored. Sure, is a lot of cancel culture driven by that on social media because people truly have nothing better to do on social media. sure. But like when you consider the stuff that people are actually reacting to, that people are actually taking issue with, as far as Colleen's stuff, I mean,
Right? You guys having fun? All aboard the toxic gossip train.
it's so theatrical and twee and disgusting. It's so disgusting.
Chugging down the tracks of misinformation, the toxic gossip train.
Bit of a musical critique here. I think she's kind of cycling through this little chorus, this little refrain series here a bit too much. It's kind of filler. I don't know if we need to drag things out this far. I love how even as she's like trying to frame herself as,
oh, silly Anthony. She didn't do it as an artistic choice. She did it so that she could hit the 10-minute mark so she can monetize it.
I'm an adult content creator who is making very adult decisions here. She's putting out a song that sounds like a kid's song with, again, the ukulele and the, oh, chugga chugga, come aboard the toxic train, woohoo. Even when apologizing, she can't be age appropriate.
Even though my team has strongly advised me to not say what I want to say, I recently realized that they never said that I couldn't sing.
Oh, yeah. That's the solution to this problem. Colleen, you shouldn't say anything. Well, what if I sing it? This is also why theater kids shouldn't be allowed online.
I've been sharing my life online for over 15 years. I've poured my heart out to you, and because of that, I feel like I'm talking to my friends. But in the beginning of my career, I didn't really understand that maybe there should be some boundaries.
That's too long to be sharing your life on the internet with random people, honestly. This is why I have gained the reputation as being kind of a private person, because I don't tell you guys about my personal life. I don't, because I don't think it's your business. Hey, listen, you're cool. I love that we have a bit of a online relationship where we vibe together over music, and that's cool, and that's healthy, and that's neat. Outside of that, you keep your private life to you, I'll keep mine to me, and that's where I think it works best. You are not my friend. I am not your friend.
And there were times in the DMs when I would overshare details of my life, which was really weird of me. I haven't done that for years, you see, because I changed my behavior and I took accountability. But that's not very interesting, is it? So let's go on the toxic gossip train.
I don't know about this. I mean, yeah, of course, the fact that she's doing it in song and ukulele, it's cringe and it's bad and it's awful. But I'm just not really getting down with the framing because, at least from what I've seen so far, there's a good bulk of valid criticism in many of the reactions to the content and the DMs and so on and so forth. I feel like Colleen is doing a bit of a sidestep here, only focusing on the people who are kind of taking that evidence.
Yeah, only focusing on the facts, by the way. Also not going to mention any of the facts.
And maybe throwing out the most wild and insane suppositions as a result of that, or maybe even sending her threats of some sort. Obviously, that's not cool. Obviously, I don't endorse that. Nobody actually endorses that, but she's using that pretty much as kind of a straw man or a distraction to say, hey, all of this portion of the reactions to my behavior are so bad and so heinous, all of it should just be thrown out the window and dismissed. And I don't think that is the way.
In all seriousness, I do think it's really important to hold people accountable for their mistakes. We should hope that everyone can learn from their mistakes and grow and change their behavior and be a better person. And this is something that I've always tried to do when I make mistakes, and it's something that I will continue to try to do. What? Oh, you don't care? Oh, okay. I thought you wanted.
Okay, wait, stop. Again, presuming what the audience wants, and while there are some people who, as a result of all this, may want to see Colleen up on a cross or, you know, being burned at the stake, whatever. Not everyone is so unreasonable.
Your goal is to ruin the life of the person you despise while you dramatize your lies and monetize their demise.
Okay, no. You guys are monetizing all of these rumors and all these things that I did that were bad and cringe, when like literally what
You also did that.
you're doing now is going to worsen that. Like if you just did a normal YouTuber apology, I think most people would have likely not had that strong a reaction to it.
And I've heard from so many people that they had no idea about what she did until this came out and everyone started dunking on her like she Barbara Streisanded herself.
In fact, I didn't even know any of this was going on until you made this stupid ass video. This stupid ass video is actually drawing more attention to all of the stuff that you don't want people freaking out about and talking about, because this video is so shit. Don't monetize my demise, guys. When literally you're giving us the biggest incentive to do that ever, because you have made the worst YouTuber apology video in the history of YouTuber apology.
Of all time. Deadass. I'm so glad he agrees. I was like, is this the worst of all time? I think it is. It's even worse than fucking the interpretive dance.
Apology videos.
I feel like I can already hear the comments on this video. She's gaslighting, manipulating. Oh, she's a narcissist and a rat.
Look, I can't personally say that about Colleen because I don't know enough about her to actually say what's in her heart or, you know, diagnose any kind of like behavioral pattern. But keep in mind, this is a single take 10-minute song, which she seemingly is performing.
Yeah, this is very rehearsed.
Without a hitch. I don't know. I think you need to be kind of a little, you know, self-obsessed and maybe bad at taking criticism or seeing flaws within yourself. In order to do this, there may have been some takes, numerous takes recorded to get this one out as together as it is. And at no point where maybe Colleen messed up halfway through, she was like, oh,
Is it one take, really? I didn't realize that before. Wait a minute. Gonna scrub quick. Letting change there.
Manipulating. Oh, she's a narcissist and a rat. I would never make a mistake like that. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that all of you are perfect, so please criticize me.
Damn, it is one take, huh? Wow. We really rehearsed this like a lot.
Maybe this is a bad idea. You know what? For the artist, one of the most essential talents you can hold within your arsenal is the capacity to edit. And apparently Colleen does not have that, because if she did, once more, she would have stopped herself at some point and realized this was an awful idea.
I'm sure you're disappointed in my shitty little song.
Where's the
She's
lie?
not lying.
I know you wanted me to say that I was 100% in the wrong. Well, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna take that route of admitting to lies and rumors that you made up for clout.
Do you know what would like help dispel and
It's not made up though. There's evidence.
like pull apart and, you know, deflate some of the lies and some of the rumors? Like for you to actually come on here and very clearly and succinctly admit to, acknowledge, and apologize for the things that you did do so people understand the difference between what was done and what's an exaggeration. That would actually have potentially a positive effect, even if at the end of the day, it wouldn't please everybody, because, you know, you're never going to please everybody in contentious situations like these.
Everyone just believes that you are the type of person who manipulates and abuses children.
Given the gravity of these allegations, I feel like you should be approaching this in a more
It's not like they just believe it the first time they hear it from somebody. There's evidence.
serious way than, you know, you hopping on camera and looking like an asshole with a ukulele.
So I just wanted to say that the only thing I've ever
I thought she was going to talk. I thought she was just going to actually, like, you know, speak from the heart or something like that, but then the strumming came back in.
So I just wanted to say that the only thing I've ever groomed is my 2 Persian cats. I'm not a groomer.
Yeah, all these crazy allegations about me, you know what'll make them die down? A quip. I'll be quippy about it.
Just a loser who didn't understand I shouldn't respond to fans, and I'm not a predator even though a lot
And I don't think you want to bring up cats after Shane Dawson.
of you think so, because 5 years ago I made a fart joke.
That's not it.
It's not just the fart joke.
With Adam saying she would talk to him about her sex life as well as Trisha Paytas's nudes, all while she was 30 and he was 14, 15. There were also claims about how she would turn her fans into employees only to pay them very little and exploit their labor. She brought minors on stage, exploited them. In one case, she had a child reach into her pants to grab cheese balls. There was also another one that got a ton of attention where she had a teenage fan come
Yeah, again, not one instance. That was a recurring bit.
on stage to do a bit about yoga, and there she stretched the fan's legs open in front of everyone. Colleen's brother Trent also being accused of complimenting a fan's look, saying things like, "You would look good pregnant if you ever want children one day," as well as allegedly saying, "Anything we talk about stays between you and I."
I know this video won't change anyone's mind about me.
Again, this video's not going to change anybody's mind, so it might as well be the worst video anyone on YouTube's ever...
Yeah, then why did you make it? You could have tried anything else. Yeah, like not singing with a ukulele, maybe?
Recorded.
I still felt it was important to come on here,
No, it wasn't.
defend myself a little,
No,
take accountability.
you're not.
And I also wanted to say that to anyone out
Accountability
there who has ever supported me in any capacity, I really, really appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
She really had to sit down and make this apology rhyme.
Those people are few and far between right now. Yeah. We're back to the chorus. We're bringing it back to the chorus!
Toxic gossip train.
Ugh, she's laying some stank on it. God, there's still 2 more minutes of this. You're done. You're finished.
It's Jover.
You know, this is so theatrical. If this was truly a theater production, like halfway through this track, a minute through this track, a big giant hook would have come over. Oh, are we stopping? No.
Sometimes people can make a mistake and they're still
She literally realized she didn't hit 10 minutes.
a good person. Crazy, I know. Sometimes people can make a mistake and you don't have to take that mistake, oh no. And twist it up and grind it and add some lies to it and pulverize it and
pulverize it. You know what would make this point go down easier? Just maybe saying it sincerely. Delivering it in the way that
Be normal.
you are, you know, sort of like acted out a little bit in song, ukulele. One more thing, guys. It makes it seem kind of like a manipulation. Even though you're saying everything you're saying about, oh, everyone's going to hate me anyway. Everyone's not going to like me. I think in your mind, you actually do believe on some level, if I do it like this, and of course, like the point of being like, oh, everyone's going to hate anything I do no matter what I do is, you know, to elicit the reaction of, oh, Colleen, we don't hate you.
Poor little Colleen.
You know, you just made a mistake. This is how, unironically, how somebody who was in the Miranda Sings entertainment demo would react to, you know, severely getting in, you know, some bad trouble with their parents. I guess it tracks.
mistake.
Yeah. The way it really is like a kid's entertainment video that you would see on Disney, like very weird vibes.
Doesn't make them a terrible human. It just makes them a human.
You know,
Yeah, well, some humans are groomers and pedophiles, so
mix was a little off on this one. Song structure was there, but I'm not really sure if it needed to be as, you know, grand and over the top as it was. It's giving, you know, Taylor All Too Well 10-minute version, but the cringe YouTuber ukulele non-apology video variation of that. I don't think this track is going to be, you know, winning any Grammys anytime soon. I personally have never been a Miranda Sings or a Colleen
I really want him to finish the video. It's 9 seconds, and she ends with, well, fuck me, right?
fan. And even though that combined with the fact that I went into this with very low expectations, I still came out disappointed. I'm going to be straight up and say that this Colleen apology is not good. Let's, you know, leave the toxic cancel train. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video, I suppose. Over here next to my head is another one you can check out. Hit that up with a link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano. Forever.
He didn't give a number. What's the number, though? I'm gonna give it a 0 out of 10. It's gonna be a 0 from me, dog.
Scripps, what are we doing today? What are we doing today that's not a crime against humanity? Yeah? We're building her an exoskeleton.
No.
So this is my dog Scraps, and as you can probably tell, she's missing a leg. It hasn't been much of a problem, but I noticed recently that she
she's so cute.
Wants me to carry her a lot more, and I can tell that her back leg is under a lot of strain. And I really want to find a way to help her walk better.
So one of the things I wanted to ask you about is, like, what are some of the current solutions for helping dogs with mobility issues other than wheelchairs?
There isn't that much, because it can be quite difficult, and even wheelchairs a lot of dogs don't tolerate. Other options, I know that, for example, there's a vet in the UK, he started creating prosthetic limbs for dogs and cats, but it sparked a bit of an ethical debate amongst veterinary professionals, you know, whether that's something that is actually good for the animals. I think if she's 3 years old and she is starting to show some symptoms of discomfort, then I think if you are able to create something like a leg brace that works for her, that would be the best next step.
The thing is that dogs can't tell you if something's helping them or not, so I need to move forward super carefully, and the first thing that I want to do is get some slow-mo shots of Scraps running just to see what her step looks like. Let me know when. Okay.
Oh.
After watching this footage, I decided that the best way to support Scraps is to make a leg brace with a single motor on the knee joint. The idea is for it to act like a spring and help her back leg push off the ground and also dampen the fall down. So I started training Scraps to wear just a normal fabric leg brace. Here's me just trying to get her used to me handling her back leg. I never want to force Scraps into doing something that she doesn't want to do, so I broke the process of putting the leg brace on her into the smallest possible steps, turned on the treat faucet, and then finally, on the 6th training session, a somewhat suspicious success. So I started making a custom leg brace with a pocket for a battery and a
Oh my god, it's gonna make me cry. No, I don't want to cry. It's supposed to be happy. The one was just so sweet. A 10 out of 10 human.
motor controller. But as soon as I put it on Scraps,
How's that?
the saddest little droop.
Oh.
Oh, I'm so sorry, babe. Oh, okay, let's take it off and I'll think of something better. So I was really hoping that I would be able to fit all the electronics and everything onto the leg brace itself, but I think it's just gonna be too bulky. And the only other option I can think of is having Scraps wear a harness, which would be fine, except Scraps hates wearing harnesses. I don't know why. I think one of her main talents is holding on to unnecessary grudges, but I think I can get her to come around to it. And also, I got these body
Eva.
bubbles that we can use for prototyping so that I don't have to constantly take the leg brace on and off Scraps. Yeah, this one's definitely a lot more. Well, Scraps likes this one better. Do you think the lamb is kind of sexy? The funny thing, she never humps other dogs. She doesn't hump humans. But we do have a stuffed polar bear at the house that is her special friend. Want it? There you go. I just can't get Scraps to accept the harness. It's just silly because in some way this is like the easiest step. Like this is pretty much just a normal harness except it has this foam block on her, but she's like, no, don't want to do it. This is the thing that sucks about working with a dog as your client, because if they say no, you can't really negotiate with them that much. I really can't decide what I should do, but I need to figure something out because
Aww.
she said
Supposed to help her dog.
Says absolutely no to this harness, even though millions of dogs around the world are totally okay with wearing a harness. Like, could I attach it to your collar instead? Would that make it better? Let's try it. Good girl. That's it. I think this is working better.
But once I'd gotten her into the whole outfit, I realized that there's no way we would use this on a daily basis. Like, it's way too bulky and cumbersome, and the only way it's really gonna work is if we can fit everything onto the leg brace itself.
Yeah, let's get back to the workshop and try to prototype a 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, final .0, final .0 V1. You're a cutie and I love you.
Oh.
Come on. We are going to shorten these fucking cables.
A cute
cut.
dog.
No turning back now. Just play some like epic, she's getting shit done music. Oh shit. I thought they were all different. Blah. Yeah, be decisive and cut the cables, but also like do just a minor amount of due diligence before.
Is she cute? Simone? Yeah, I think so.
Maybe next time. Oh. Scraps. We are going to be fine. Look at how tiny those cables are. So all the other times that Scraps has been wearing the leg brace, I haven't powered up the motors. But what's really cool about the setup is that I can connect it to my phone and I can slowly increase the torque over time. Honestly, it's like the only way I could do this where it would feel responsible, because I really want to keep her safe, and that way I can closely monitor how she's doing and if it's bringing her into discomfort. So yeah, we're just gonna put it on her in like the tiniest baby amount of torque, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah, motor's on. Just tighten this up a little bit. How's that? What? Yeah? How is that for you?
No.
Like, she's not even sniffing it or trying to like check it out. She's just like, yeah, I'm wearing a little robotic leg brace. What else is new? I'm just so happy. You know, the thing about having a pet and you just want to help them have their best life, and I'm just so grateful that I could at least do this for her. Honestly, I'm kind of happy that it didn't work out with a harness, because at least I know that Scraps is very good at saying no to things. And she's not saying no to this leg brace. What's really cool about the setup is that it actually outputs data, so I can collect the data and see how her leg moves over time. And also, I think it's just gonna be a couple of weeks of us using it and seeing if it actually makes her wanna be carried less. Yes,
no.
Good job. Okay, bye.
It was so cute. That made me unnecessarily emotional. Oh my god. A cute little doggo. Bye, Minx. Let's see. I had a match the crime to the person cut react, but that doesn't seem very fun, actually. Where is Daily
For
Dose?
attempted murder, we're gonna call Johnny down.
What makes you think I'm an attempted murder?
The fuck? Why did the girl? Oh yeah, Simone. Internet's so slow. Hello, hello. Please play. God.
Hello everyone, this is your daily dose of internet. This YouTuber wanted to try something very risky. They wanted to see if they could move a giant bag full of flour through airport security.
You ate yet? No, I haven't had anything to eat yet. Think of some cereal, maybe? I don't know.
Security was obviously very suspicious and needed to do some tests. After a closer look at the powder, security let him through.
You're the best. Thank you.
Okay.
Lol.
He might be 6 years old, but he already has the business mindset.
I take pictures of people in the suit. They think I'm acting smart. They pay us money. I have a job.
On the fucking grind set, dude. My god. Got that fucking billionaire mindset. Oh my god. He's really bootstrapsing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. No, bit to the right. Bit more. Bit more. Bit back. Tiny bit. Bit down a tiny bit. Down a tiny bit. Yeah, perfect.
This is what a balloon pop sounds like in an anechoic chamber.
Whoa. That was crazy. What?
Bit. Yeah, perfect.
This is what a balloon pop sounds like in an anechoic chamber.
Aww.
Come here.
Aww.
I think this guy might be a little too smart to be inside a zoo.
Ow! Ain't no way, dude. Oh my god.
This Navy pilot had to eject after losing control.
Oh, he just crashed. Oh. Oh.
Holy fuck. Oh my god. Fucking terrifying. Oh my god, dude. Shit. Oh shit. Why do we give them so much money?
I found this company that makes really cool interactive keyboards.
Whoa. Yo. Sick.
Imagine being so uncoordinated that cheating doesn't even help.
Ain't no way.
This beaver was rescued and can't live in the wild anymore, but the urge to build a dam is still there.
Oh!
Here's how you take off a camera lens in space. I just found out it's totally normal for police officers in Paris to have rollerblades on. That is the end of this video. I hope you learned something new, and I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Later.
Is that true? Is it very, very normal? It's also normal for them to, do fucking all-out fucking warfare on people for protesting, the murder of a 16-year-old, so...
Hello everyone, this is your daily dose of internet. This has got to be the lowest lowrider of all time.
Ain't no way, dude. What the fuck? What?
Alona!
How? How does it work? Where are the tires? I don't know, dude. They have to be inside, right? Oh, fuck.
Big old dinosaur. Nice and healthy.
This frog was found unresponsive in their pool, so they try and
Bro, why didn't he let go?
CPR to save its life.
No, you have to keep pressing. Press. That's enough. Let go.
I know Canada gets a lot of snow, but this is a little extreme.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
This baby refuses to be fed by anyone who isn't mom, so dad thought of a genius idea. A track star for Belgium was injured and couldn't compete in the hurdles competition. So Belgium, without any other options, asked their shot put athlete if she could compete. Even if she got last place, at the very least the team would get 2 points just for finishing the race. This person was trying to help these geese cross the road. This is pretty rare, but sometimes the seeds of a strawberry will start growing while the strawberry itself is still on the stem.
Whoa.
This YouTuber pretended that he was an employee at this convention
That's kind of cool.
and got a random guy to jump on this car that was on display.
So Nick's over here standing on top of our Fiat. Straight jumps, don't be shy, it's dent proof, you cannot dent. 220.
Dent proof, huh? Uh-oh.
Okay, Nick. You like that, Nick? Yeah. Not a dent. I'm acting like I work here and he's jumping on a car.
You don't work here?
No, I don't work here. This is a convention center.
For 28 years, this chimp
No, the poor rat.
was used for animal testing at a medical lab, and for the first time in her life,
Oh my god, I saw this. This is sad as fuck.
she was able to go outside.
You almost done?
Like, we shouldn't be fucking treating animals like that. What the fuck? I don't care if they're for research, like, holy shit, they're still, like, living beings.
Yeah. What's been your favorite part about this hike?
Going to the park.
Someone posted on Twitter saying that they were confused why this gas station has a golden YouTube play button. So the gas station responded with a video of the guy who took the picture.
What? What?
Every day, this employee walks into the elevators to change the day.
Sunday, 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 Sunday,
School in Mexico is a little different. Because they have more students than classrooms, they can't have everyone go to school at the same time. Some students get out of class at around 2 p.m., and others don't even start school until 3 p.m. That is the end of this video. We hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys again very
it's a bunny.
very soon. Later.
That's so cute. So cute. It's sleepy. It's sleepy just like me. Yeah. All right. I'll be back tomorrow for the last day of June. Oh, and then I'm gonna take I don't know, like 3 or 4 days off to just decompress, get back on track, focus. I'm gonna change my content. I don't know. Maybe talk about art and stuff. I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna figure it out though. For hanging out. I'll see you tomorrow. Appreciate the water. Take care of yourself. Have a good one.
I'm trying to make my mama proud, that's for sure. Landed in the city, but my heart is on the coast. I don't wanna look back what my life was like before. I just took a red eye, penthouse, top floor. In the stew, I got a spazzo. Back up in my bag, get the rackets and I cash out. I've been running laps, I don't got time to relax now. I just took a chance, wasn't looking for no handouts. Oh, they like proud of how we do this. I've been with my brothers in the hills, we going stupid. I can't stop, I've been different, always knew this. Trying to turn them Bordens into Benjis, needing blue strips.
Walking on the floor of this site, no one protects me. Wanna show Shawty my heart, she wanna text me. All this love I felt was a curse, I wanna HD. Going crazy, all of my nerves, who does to check me? All this fun, baby, why you gotta leave me on? Had to drop a bag on her when she gone. But I'm running with my click, and they got me till I fall. Come playing it for bags, worth more than you love. Yeah, yeah. Feel my moment, yeah, yeah. I'm the chosen, yeah, yeah. I'm the one inside.
In the stew, I got a spazzo. Back up in my bag, get the rackets and I cash out. I've been running laps, I don't got time to relax now. I just took a chance, wasn't looking for no handouts. Oh, they like proud of how we do this. I've been with my brothers in the hills, we going stupid.
flaunting on my swag, you niggas pussy trying to trace it. I don't need your love, I took a perk and I replaced it. I'ma keep on going till my mama said I made it. Black and yellow, white, I got thotties, different races. Did my dirt, I had a match, I'm moving faceless. I got 12 plotting on me, but no cases. Running from my demons, lacing on my A6. I don't do that fake shit, nah. The way they treat me, they act like I'm feeling them. So I got a script, I was just trying to feel something. Now I'm alone, you don't care.
In the stew, I got a spazzo. Back up in my bag, get the rackets and I cash out. I've been